WIIFTV PM.
WIIFTVP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTVP. Media's just for you and me.
Jackson. If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I be done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Now the skies could fall. so very small, 'cause nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even
See, I don't need no alcohol. Your love makes me feel 10 feet tall. Without it, I go through withdrawal. 'Cause nothing even matters at all. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even
These buildings can drift out to sea, a natural catastrophe, but there's no place I'd rather be, 'cause nothing even matters to me. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even
You're part of my identity. I sometimes have a tendency to look at you religiously. Yeah, but nothing even matters to me.
Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. You won't find me at no store. I have no time for manicures. With you it's never either or. 'Cause nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters at all. Nothing even Nothing even matters.
Now my team could score and make it to the Final Four. Just repossess me 4x4. Yeah, 'cause nothing even matters no more. Nothing even matters, yeah, yeah. Oh, Nothing but you. Nothing but you.
WIFTV-PM.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. DJ Riis the Ruler. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling this morning? I'm feeling a little Sunday. I guess it's Sunday after. Is it Sunday afternoon? Like right around 3 o'clock, I start to get nervous. I start to be like, oh God, the time is running out. Then don't let me have to take my son home, because if I had to take my son home, then it's like, yo, there goes the day. But I'm going to tell you, it's been an active and interesting weekend. I'm not tripping at all. No, we ain't seen Todd in a whole full month. I tried to reach out to Todd to be like, hey, man. He said, Mace, I'm going to be coming in on Friday. No, these Fridays. I think I'm going to start coming in on Fridays. That was 2 Fridays ago. I was like, you know what, I'm going to stop it. So, it is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, in the building. Ruthie, how you feeling this morning?
Good. Whose stuff is this over there?
That's mine. That's like the imaginary, That's
supposed to be Todd's chair.
Well, first of all, somebody left their coffee.
That's not yours?
That's clearly it's not my coffee. So that means that they was drinking coffee in the studio yesterday. But then we're going to let that, I guess I'm going to just be cool,
They could probably put a spill-proof lid on it.
That don't look like no spill-proof lid.
It's not.
That's a spill-proof lid.
I know.
It's all good, though.
I've dropped it plenty of times. And you'd be like,
Ruthie. It's like, it's like, for the long bomb to pass, you'd be like, you know what?
it's like having you is like having Devontae Adams on the team, right? You throw the ball, you look like you might drop it, but you know you got it. I came in this morning and I synced a cup of coffee and I was like, you know what? I could be Petty Mays, but I'm not. Till Ruthie said, "Oh, who's talking about over there?"
I was just wondering because it's never.
Should I put the camera on it? I should put the camera on it. I should zoom in on it.
Don't get that multi-corporation no tick. Is it coffee in it?
Yes.
Oh, somebody balling.
Yo.
They balling. That's the extra large.
No, that's them Sundays. That you drinking Starbucks. We might have to start. Shoot, we might have to start taxing them for they Starbucks status. We might have to start taxing them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You leave a Dunkin', I'm not gonna trip. You Starbucks, you $8 a cup.
Maybe it's just water.
And you ain't now. And let me tell you, I go back to get my coffee. If I left some expensive coffee, I'll be back. I'll be extra back. I'll be like, could you open? I'll be calling you like, could you open this joint back up, please? I left my coffee.
Yeah, somebody got a little dough, little change.
The Reverend.
Disposable income.
You got to watch the Reverends, man. You know the Reverends. You know the Reverend. Now you know the Reverends ain't doing no Dunkin'.
Is that congregation coffee?
That's the kind. Nah, that ain't kind. If they got a Starbucks in the church,
That's because they paid for it.
That's the Tithe coffee.
Tide coffee.
All right, we can't help it. I just can't help myself sometimes. It's like you can't give me a squirrel because I'm going. I will. Is that a shiny object? Yes, I will be talking about it. All right, Ruthie Moore. You know what? Ruthie came in a little tired. It's like you came.
I am beat.
What you was doing?
Mondays are difficult for me.
What you be doing?
I mean, it's just the weekend. It's like you get like 2 teases.
Man, I feel like the weekend be like.
It's like you get 2 teases.
It's kind of crazy. The weekends do be going kind of. So, Ruthie, did you have some fun this weekend? Did you kick it?
With my family. Is that considered to be kicking it?
Yeah, if you got a fun family, yeah.
They all right.
Now, did you kick it did you kick it down south? Did you kick it?
I-57 going south.
Oh, straight up? Oh, so you was in the country. Did you hunt any possums?
Man, I got so many sticker bugs.
What was you doing to get sticker bugs?
Walking through the grass.
Wait, what was you doing walking through the grass?
Literally just walking through the grass. Sticker bugs are crazy.
No, they should be gone by now.
Man, no.
That's
they are
them
not.
Country sticker bugs.
It's wild.
The sticker bugs are the worst.
You got sticker bugs, it's bad.
Ooh.
Your dog gonna get sticker bugs, you gonna get sticker bugs, the kids gonna
Is that the official name of
You
them?
know they ain't called no sticker bugs.
What are they called? But you know when you say sticker bug, everybody black know exactly what you're talking about. Do you think white people know what a sticker bug is?
No, they probably call them the creusoid of the planet. Blah, blah, blah. No, sticker bugs.
Ruthie got sticker bugs this weekend. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. That's my girl, Ruthie Moore, in the building, back from the country. Shout out to my man, DJ Riis, the ruler, Mr. Business in the front, party in the back. Riis, how you feeling, man?
I'm blessed by the best. You already know the rest. How y'all doing today?
We good, man. We good. Why y'all ain't invite us to the car? Look, Ruthie, 2 weeks ago, they was giving away shirts. Yesterday, they was giving away Starbucks. Riis don't be getting us no hookup.
I definitely ain't getting no Starbucks.
They don't bring you no Starbucks.
No.
I'm going to tell y'all what. I'm going to tell y'all Sunday people something. I am going to tell y'all something. Well, I'll be waking up, people be demanding. They be like, hey, I'll be like, excuse me? I'll be like, did you but this how I go now though. They be like, I can't get in contact with Riis. So do you think that I'll be like, well, if Riis hit me, then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'll be like, straight up. Cause I'll be like, my rate is different. I'll be like, my rate is different.
Yeah, it's always easier. Like when they reach me, they be like, thank you. I'll be like,
they be like, I just take the week off.
I'll be like, I got you.
I'll be like, hold on, what?
Cause how you would be relaxing, and you see like the text come through, you be like, I'm gonna get to it. Like, yeah, but nah, it was good. It was good. I didn't see they left Starbucks, but they could have definitely brought me something if they was gonna leave it now.
Right, see, right, and they gonna make you. Then I gotta put it on the list. right? So they like, look, you ain't even bring you none, and then you got to hear about it. Look, Riis was sitting over there like, when we was talking about the Starbucks, he was just like.
Right. You know, I try to check.
One of them days.
Yeah, man, it's Monday, man.
I know. If I ever really get some power in life, I'm petitioning for an extra day for the weekend.
Really?
Like, I will run on a platform of that.
I think y'all might get it these days. Like,
I know.
I feel like the world is changing, right?
The world.
Yeah, I think.
Well, oh damn, we got the harmonies.
It's changing.
Melodies.
Y'all see, whistleblowers becoming called a regular person.
Did you see the whistleblower?
Whistleblowers
on Facebook
and
Pandora
offshore accounts.
Whoa,
whistleblowing is the new hustle,
man. Charlie.
You say Black Death, it's whistleblowing. So y'all better watch you in y'all inner circles because they might be plotting. It ain't. Listen, we living in such a different world. Contracts don't matter. The sanctity of certain, pacts and covenants that people had, none of that matters. Whistleblowing. You got the Texas giving out money for telling on people for abortion.
It's the
city
year of the snitch.
They increase the money you get for snitching on people. Whistleblowing is the new. They gonna call it whistleblowing to make it not sound so bad.
I feel like it's man.
And you get checks.
Well, that's the thing.
Big checks.
They paying people to get. It's almost like they paying people to catch you up.
Big checks. Just wait until we see the law firm commercials talking about some. Can you become a whistleblower? Do you know some information where your company's not acting ethically? Call Geraci Law.
Dad, why gotta be Geraci?
Because he got all them commercials.
Him too. They all got them commercials. Do you know they be talking smack about the people with commercials, but the people with commercials be. I'm gonna tell you, I'll be calling Verdoliak. Cause them Verdoliak commercials, they be like, we got $89 million for a $2,000 car crash. I'd be like, I'm calling it. Actually,
it's my check and I want it now.
See, now I tried to get y'all a law group and Chicago Legal Network, and y'all tried to help y'all out. Y'all didn't want to help the young black attorneys get their joints together. It was crazy, Ruthie. See how I be trying to do? See, I put up. That's okay though. It's all right one day. See. Dang, I was just thinking, did I tell you about that time I went to Dennis Scott's house and to go in for the kick it? This was the time me and Puffy was racing on jet skis. You had to sign a...
Daddy?
Yeah. What? Why you said that? And me and Andre Harrell hung out with my cousin. He was like, hey, man. I was like, what is that? That was before you really knew that there was grades. And it was like they was on some you was like what is it anyway? To go into Dennis Scott's house, you had to sign a disclosure coming in. Like they literally, his sister stopped you at the door. Mm-hmm. You took your shoes off, but before you took your shoes off, she said, "Here, sign this." And if you didn't want to sign it, you didn't come in. And the moment, and they was like, "Whatever happens in this house, we are not." I mean, she was deaf on it.
Sound good.
Right. Until somebody, right. Crazy. You can't trust nobody these days. That's like, you have to start.
Not if they can get clout off of it. That's like the new thing is people releasing all these autobiographies. They've been doing that, but now it's just like telling is at like an all-time high. Like it's become fashionable. It's interesting.
No, it's not. It sucks.
But think about it. They even got those podcasts about it, like Drink Champs and all that stuff. That ain't nothing but people reminiscing and snitching, telling
that's
stories.
Not snitching.
Yeah, what makes it not snitching?
That's reminiscing.
See, what's the difference? Reminiscing.
You're not hurting nobody. Like they still
getting clout off of it. It's still making us tune in. That's something.
But it ain't hurting nobody. Like that.
Says who though? It's perspective.
Oh,
we living in strange times, y'all. So if you are a public figure, protect your text messages. Like, don't be texting stuff that you don't want people to know. Like, literally, if you texting or writing anything, you better just assume that other people are going to be reading it.
That's the devil.
I know.
That's the devil that's the devil in the blue dress.
It's crazy.
That's devil in the text message.
It's crazy though.
That's fuck. Oh, that's messed up. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. DJ Riis the Ruler, Ruthie, and Maze. Y'all, are we voting? So is this the week we take Todd off the picture?
As long as his name's still like we gotta say it, man. We made that pack rule, right, Ruthie?
Sure.
I thought we said these packs don't count no more.
Contract them.
They don't count no more. This the Maze Jackson Show. All right, I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, DJ Riis the Ruler. Let's get this thing up to 60,000 feet. Let's get it up, and away. All right, hey, did y'all see that story about the Boogaloo boy who got caught? Remember when the George Floyd riots got kicked off and the dude busted up the window and shot up the police station and went through and we was like, that's not a black dude? Yeah. Well, it says that he was dressed up. They said that the guy was dressed up like a Black Lives Matter, impersonating Black Lives Matter, burning up and kicking off riots. Crazy, right? You know what? I'll pull up the story, but yeah. I did not get the name because it got by me. I couldn't find the story again. But essentially, and I want to say he got convicted of impersonating a Black Lives Matter person and starting riots.
How do you impersonate a Black Lives Matter?
Remember, he was dressed up, and then they started, like, during the George Floyd thing. Google it. You probably already got the story right there. Now you just making me work harder. You tripping. All right, so you find that, and we're going to come back to it. Did you see the Bears won? Mm-hmm. I was excited about that. It was good to see Justin Fields dropping some bombs on him. He dropped bombs. Man, hey, Riis, I saw a couple plays that made me feel like, oh, Lord.
So now you cheering for the injury? Like
No, I was not. Oh. No, I'm not cheering for the injury. I'm like, he on the field now. I was not cheering.
How did he get on there? How did he get on there?
Poor performance of Andy Dalton. I'm about to do like y'all be doing. No, I'll never wear a suit. All right, I'm sorry. We're not going to go back to that.
My goodness. And I know y'all saw that black man commentating with that chain on.
Oh, man. Wait. Hold on.
What?
What was you doing? You was watching the NFL?
I was watching the football game.
You was watching the Bears game?
Yes, with my family.
I thought
I am with Kaepernick.
Okay. You was watching the game with the family. So y'all mad at the Bears? Y'all not mad at the Bears. Y'all had an experience of the Bears moving already. They left Bourbonnais on y'all.
I'm from Kankakee, not Bourbonnais. It's different.
We know.
Very different.
We know.
Yes, it's night and day. It's black and white different.
Literally. Do you live in Kankakee? No, I'm from Bourbonnais.
Kankakee County?
The county, of course. Yeah, how about that, though? Justin Fields dropping some bombs on him. And, first of all, I'm going to tell you, what's his name? I asked yesterday because before I even saw anything, I heard him. And I was like, he don't sound like a regular NFL. All right, and he caught the ball. And I didn't call him a color commentator. I call him a colored commentator. Because it was clear that he was a brother. And it was like having an actual player commenting on the game. But it was almost like a Madden version, sort of.
No,
yes.
It's not like Madden.
Well, let me say this. It's like if you could take, you know how every year it's people that get out the league and then they get
them jobs.
They get a job being a commentator. I feel like they should do that for Madden.
Oh,
but the thing is, right, it was the Detroit Lions, and that's why we got like the C team. Like we weren't the best team, so they didn't really give us like a top shelf announcement team. Like we ain't getting
we did an okay job.
I enjoyed it. I hope he gets to commentate some more.
And I liked his outfit.
I like the fact that it was like talking to a brother. I bet he didn't know all the words to the Black National Anthem, though.
Nobody does, really. Yeah, we hit that first verse strong, and then everybody trail off.
We had to learn all three. But that's because it was written by a single. So.
Was it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
The thing is, we have to teach you all.
That's probably why we don't know it.
And that's probably why you are proud to say that.
Oh, Riis.
Look at you, Riis. You look proud of we revel in our ignorance.
Oh, Riis.
That's ridiculous. Look at that. You got one, Riis. We'll give you 0.5 for that. We bragging on the fact we don't know our own national anthem. But it's all good. No, I'm just playing. All right, what else we got? Did you see the Supreme Court is going to be taking up guns and abortions this time? Yup. Hey, y'all, we about to... Ruthie, you want red or blue?
Blue.
You want a blue dress?
Blue.
Okay. All right, I see you ready. You ready? So you're gonna be running Ruthie is.
I'm not going to be running anywhere. I'm going to be walking with my AR underneath my blue dress.
That's all right though.
And I dare you. It's never going to happen, Maze. Handmaids tell it's never going to happen. Never going to happen.
I said they wasn't gonna make you wear a mask neither. It's okay. It's all right though. Supreme Court. Did you notice? Did you go to the women's march this weekend?
It was a women's march.
That seems so under. Yes, and it's like bigger. It's supposed to be big because of what's happening in Texas.
Where was it at?
Downtown, Ruthie.
You talking about the hats? The P-word hats?
Yeah.
Oh.
They had their joint.
I'm good.
But they didn't wear those no more. I think they realized they was a little overboard with that. That was a little overboard. I was like, what kind of peach is that?
That was a Trump thing.
Right. But you see, Trump dragged everybody down. Like, it's like somebody said, don't wallow with pigs in the mud because both of y'all get dirty. But the other part is the pigs enjoy it.
Oh.
Right.
Steep.
And so now you got to think about Donald Trump has literally, think about it. Mayor Lightfoot be like effing people and all type. Literally and figuratively. And orally. Verbally, not orally.
Gotcha.
Got it. All right. Ooh, excuse me. How about this one? Charges. Did you see about the shootout? Last week. Did you? First of all, there was no, not the one in Fulton, and not the one on Madison and Pulaski, but there was a shootout last week, and the state's attorney did not charge twice. One was a stabbing in Schaumburg. One was a shooting with at least 70 shell casings, and they did not count the ones that were. Those were only ones outside, not the shootout, because it was two ways. So it said they didn't count the ones in the house.
Oh, no, I missed that.
They were released because the state's attorney called them mutual combatants. You heard that? They did not they had them both, but they would not charge them because they were mutual combatants, i.e. both of y'all agreed to engage in this mess, so we not finna get in it.
And bullets were exchanged?
They found 70 shell casings outside. They had to call the SWAT team to get the people on the inside. Body snatchers versus the Jack Boys.
That's interesting.
We're going to talk about it, though, because think about being a mutual. If you can't, I don't want to be, man, you in a mutual combatant. What, the only time, so do you need a victim for there to be a crime?
That's what I was going to say. Maybe it's because nobody else got hurt.
Yeah, but somebody did get shot, and I'm just thinking, do you count the bullet casings and everybody else that was on the ground? 70 shots, 70 casings found going one way. It was a shootout. All right, HUD will be in town tomorrow. Marsha Fudge, director of HUD, Housing and Urban Development. Yeah. So check this out. She's going to visit two places.
Past national president of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to holler at her, Ruthie.
Which one me tell Marsha?
I want you to, you got to call her Sora or Marsha, because here go the deal. She's going to Casa Cortero to tout the new public building that they built. She'll meet J.B. Pritzker, the mayor, and all of the dignitaries there. Mm-hmm. That's where all the cameras will go. And then she's going to meet Jesse Jackson, Robin Kelly, and Bobby Rush out in the hood on 130-something. Is that a pistol?
This is my...
I was like, dang, Ruthie. I was like...
Why would I...
I was like, dang. What, did I offend you?
If it was, dang.
Right, she just told
I'm out here now.
Right, you know.
Well, you should. I already thought everybody knew you carried a pistol.
That's funny.
I did.
And they know now, right, Ruthie?
Listen, you just never know what you might get.
That's exactly my point.
That's funny. I can see why you would say that. Like, why are you pulling out your pistol right here? Like, you about to shoot me or something? I can see why you would say that, though, because of the way it looked. I'm with you.
I saw a little flash, too.
I do like black guns.
See? That because you can't see the black gun until the flash comes.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you got a laser pointer. Accuracy matters. You know those are illegal.
Laser pointers?
Yeah, on a gun.
And so are bulletproof vests, too.
Which I think is absurd.
Well, apparently we're going to find out in a very short time because the Supreme Court is going to decide if everybody can carry a gun. Like, they about to... I think it's gonna go down, Ruthie. Like I think
y'all better get y'all.
Yeah, and you ain't gonna have to worry about it because everybody gonna get one. It's like I better to slow down on the shoes though.
You know, this might be a little off topic, but these supply chain, you keep hearing everybody talk about the supply chains. So y'all better pay attention because they can really use that to cut off
The guns.
whatever anything.
So you should pay attention. Did you see how this one gun shop, like they shot the one gun shop in Wisconsin? One lady bought 31 guns in a month. A bunch of them were turned up in shootings in the city.
I saw that.
You know, let me guess. I bet it was a white lady who bought the guns and she's still out. All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, DJ Riis. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get into the social media question of the day. Y'all heard about Lil Nas X? He said he don't want to be gay no more.
He's trolling, Maze.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about it, because is that true? Is it possible? You don't want to be gay no more? What?
And you remember that?
Nope.
I don't like boys no more. You remember that one?
Yeah. He's still pretty popular.
I don't know what y'all
You
talking
don't
about, but we're going to talk about it all when we come back. It's the Mace Jackson Show.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTV PM.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one. Got a couple of them. Got two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord. I got one. I'm better. I got 5 reasons. 5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around. He woke me up this morning. Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
number
ahead.
4? He woke me up this morning. Come on, number 3. Come. He woke me up. Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you. One of them 5s will get you. What's the second one? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
And the number 1 reason. Number 1. Final answer. He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:39 a.m. and I'm Riis with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs will beat the St. Louis Cardinals 3-2 as the Chicago White Sox lose to the Detroit Tigers 5-2. The Chicago Sky Game 3 at home against the Suns. Cooper 26 points was enough as the Sky beat the Suns 86-83, now holds a 2-1 lead in the series. The Chicago Bears at home hosting the Lions at Soldier Field. Justin Fields bounced back as the Bears win 24-14 and Fields gets his first NFL win. Now over to traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop, 24 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare, 23. On the Eden inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, 27 minutes. Exchange back to Deerfield is also the same. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 36 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 30. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 37 minutes. Outbound will be 30. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 43 minutes. 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 22 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive South is 7 minutes, 55th to Jackson, as well as Jackson back to 55th, and 8 minutes north Randolph to Bryn Mawr, and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 66 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 70 with a low of 63. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here is Ben One with Downtown on the Maze Jackson Show.
Crescent moon, drop top cruising, old school music, old school juicy. Gotta make my way to you. Pull up on that ass like, ooh. I wanna take you to New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, down all over London, Paris, everywhere, everywhere. I'll take you downtown, girl. Show you all the kind of things in life. I wanna take
Lake Shore, I made sure to make sure, that my place yours. 28th floor, I had 8 thoughts, all 8 yours, cake for dessert, but I ate yours.
Take you to New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, down all over London, Paris, the A, the Bay, everywhere, fly all over. Your last boy couldn't get what you asked for. Your last boy didn't even know. I'm gonna take you downtown, girl, show you all the finer things in life. I wanna take you downtown, show you all the finer things in life.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
People, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to life, can't toast no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't tryna help us, they ain't tryna do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed and solve.
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore. Ruthie.
Maze.
That's why, though. I'm going to say, remind me, I want to continue this after the break because I do want to, so you can understand why when I be like, then people be like, he is such a jackass. And I'll be like, because I know how the world works. So you always cover your bases because, anyway. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, and my man, DJ Riis, the ruler. Hey, y'all. Do you know what a Faustinian deal is?
Mm-mm.
Man, okay, Ruthie, come on now. You know what a Faustinian deal is. Riis, you... well, you're an alpha, maybe not. No, you're an alpha. You definitely should know. No, I'm just playing. Riis, do you know what a Faustinian deal is? No?
Not at all.
Okay, I'm not going to front. I'm not going to front. I didn't know what it was either.
Oh, no.
Yesterday until I...
Exotic or something.
Nah, it's not no za, Riis. It's not no za. It's not no za. You know, I learned... I heard about za. You know what somebody said to me, man, is that some za? I was like, what is za? I was like, I don't... I'd be like... What is it?
Serious?
I think everything with no C's, no stems, no six is za to me, according to za. Anyway, so a Faustinian deal. I must credit Brother Anthony Muhammad because I saw the post in the Lions Den. I saw the post in the Lions Den. And he talked about Lil Nas X making a Faustinian deal. And a Faustinian deal is when you essentially make a deal with the devil for the ultimate in knowledge or power or success or whatever it is. You know, you see in the movies all the time where, somebody make a deal with the devil to be the best. Did y'all see Crossroads? The movie Crossroads with Joe Seneca and Ralph Macchio, and he was he was Robert. Y'all got to check that out. But anyway, he made a deal with the devil to be the best blues player in the world, but then he wanted to get his soul back. And you know, every time you make a deal with the devil, then it's like he make a deal with you, but he trick you. So you get it, but then you be like, dang! You know how it go. He always play you. Right? So anyway, Brother Anthony Muhammad said that he believed, after reading that Lil Nas X, did y'all hear that Lil Nas X said he don't want to be gay no more? That he misses.
He was just.
He misses the peach, the flower. And I gotta ask you, why you make that face, Ruthie?
I just wonder where this setup is about to go. I know it's going somewhere.
I'm asking the social media question of the day. Can you not be gay anymore? And the reason I ask is because that's what Lil Nas X said. He said he tired of being gay. Now, in the event that he is, I gotta ask, because I finally got to the point where I believe you're born that way. Right? Like, it took me a while to get there. It took me some evolution. It took me getting beat up and pounded around. And let me not say all that. I take that. Take all that back. It took a lot of convincing. I probably think they just wore me down, and I just said, okay. Right? I threw everything I learned in the Bible and all of that stuff. No more Sodom and Gomorrah, all of that good stuff. And I have really come to peace with this whole merger of lifestyles. You know, like all of the things. Like back in the day, you'd be like, you know, it was a negative thing. But I got to ask you the social media question of the day. Can you not be gay anymore? Now, here's the questions that I have. Why would one... The implication is that he chose to be gay. My question then would be, why would one choose to be gay? Like, why would it make a difference what you do in your bedroom if you're talented? So then I got to ask you, is there a benefit to being gay or a perceived benefit to being gay? And is there a perceived benefit to black men for being gay? If so, what is the benefit? 2, who confirms it? And 3, what happens when you want out? Now, I'm just saying, because this also plays into this whole concept right now of we're moving into the process of setting aside business for the LGBTQ community, right? And we're starting to say, okay, part of our equity equation is that if you are LGBTQ, you are discriminated against. Does this then become the new white woman? I know this sounds kind of crazy, but I gotta ask these questions because Ruthie says he's trolling. Ruthie, I don't know. I just learned that you were trolling me last week. Like,
I wasn't trolling.
In some cases. I know when you be trolling. Well, I don't know when you be trolling. Like, I'd be like, first of all, I just really realized what trolling was.
What? You the king of the troll.
No, I didn't. Something is wrong with my mic, bro. I feel like it's distorted or something. Or what I'm hearing in my ear. But I don't feel like I troll. I mean, I feel like I ask questions that people want to talk about, but they scared to do it. So I'd be like, let me just roll it on out here.
Lil Nas X probably say the same thing. I'm just doing stuff, talking about stuff people really want to talk about, but they're too scared to do it.
Okay. So now, but remember just a couple weeks ago, the whole world sent the deck up, right? He was the champion of all of the issues. They were all fighting for him. Now he kind of like, yo, I'm tired of this. Right? Like, no, you think about it. Remember how everybody got, what happened to y'all, boy? I don't know how y'all be classifying these baby kids, but the babies and Lil Baby, and he said something about Lil Nas X, and the next thing, Lil Baby done got canceled, and he all gone, and now Lil Nas X, I think got the baby canceled. Now, He talking about he tired. Y'all saying it's a troll. Meanwhile, poor people out here like myself who are completely lost. So I gotta ask, social media question of the day, can you not be gay anymore? And if that be the case, does Lil Nas X hurt the credibility of those people who were born gay? Why would a black man choose the gay lifestyle if he is not actually born that way? Is there a perceived benefit? What you got to do to prove it? Then it goes back to the whole music industry. Like, what am I missing here, y'all? Give me a call, 872-259-7474. Come on, Ruthie. I know y'all, you and Riis, y'all get me straight, because I know I'm straight.
I ain't got the answers. All I do know is that Lil Nas X he likes to be controversial, and he has literally, he came up off of being controversial. So he got to keep it going.
Yeah, but does he alienate his base in this controversy, or does he get to go in and out?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes to that. Because
they win with him?
No, he literally just is like an anti-character. Let me give it to you in a way you might understand. You remember when Eminem first came in the game, he was like dissing everybody? Like that was like his thing. 50 Cent followed the same playbook. Just dissing people. And so that's how Lil Nas X came in the game, as like a nefarious character.
I thought Old Country Road was like the baby. I mean, he had children's books.
But then he said
and
that
then
it's not his responsibility to watch y'all children. It's about money. Really, I think it's about money.
So is gay profitable? Is it more? Does Lil Nas X ascend to the place that he is if he's not a LGBT cowboy? I mean, I thought the song was just dope. Well, not dope. I didn't say that. I just thought that the song is catchy.
So there's a way to fast track yourself.
Wait, fast track yourself?
Yes, in white society.
Okay, and how is that?
And that is to deny your black male masculinity. Yeah, I said it. But it's true. That's why they like to put men in dresses. And if you put on that dress and you a straight black man who is like super athletic, that can fast track you into the fashion industry, into the upper echelon. And that's what Lil Nas, he wanted to fast track his career into the upper echelon.
So there is a benefit to being gay.
There is a benefit for black men who want to fast track themselves in certain industries that are controlled by certain people. Entertainment. Athletics.
Hold on, Ruthie. You tripping, man. First of all,
look at how much
is that why Russell is wearing dress now?
Think about those gay football players.
They didn't even make the team.
Yeah, but they was in the news. They could probably switch up and go do something else if they want to. It's profitable.
It is. So it is profitable. Riis, you're a liberator, brother. You know, you are 100%. If there's anybody that is confident in their sexuality, in my opinion, in this room, besides Ruthie, it's got to be Riis. Riis, can he not be gay no more? Is there a benefit to being gay for black men? Like, what? Explain that to me, man. What's your thoughts on this Lil Nas X not wanting to be gay no more? And you think he just trolling us?
I definitely think he's just trolling us. But
so is he gonna be gay some more? Or is he gonna come up with a woman? Is he gonna be like out with Miley Cyrus and they gonna be dating?
I mean, that's
yeah, I'm saying, you know, Miley.
You know, if he wanted, he could just say he bisexual, like, you know, like get it over with, like, you know, it is what it is.
So is there a benefit to declaring that you are
in the industry?
You are not heterosexual, like, because the only thing that seems to be of benefit is like you saying all of that. Like, why are we even discussing your sexuality?
You get you know,
because there's a benefit to it.
You're right, correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, more fans, you know, like more people.
They don't just love you for your music?
Yeah, but you know, you can get the, you know.
No, I don't. Help me
community.
understand.
you know, and they'll back you up. You know, it's more acceptable now. So you know what I'm saying. He can get shows more to different places. You know, you never know. I think it's a beneficial, unfortunately, but I don't think you should choose that. Like if that's what you are, then that's what you are. You know, but. And then if you want to date a woman now, then date a woman now. You don't have to tell the whole world, just come out with a woman. And we'll be like, oh, well, he got a girlfriend now.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's kind of something I had like noticed about like younger celebrities and entertainers, right? If you follow the trajectory of their careers, they ultimately have to switch over. So if you look at
what you mean they have to switch?
So over? Like look at like Britney, like the white ones, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake's. When they did their transitions over, they went black. They went hip hop. They used hip hop to like break into a different the upper echelon. They had to shed those baby images, and the way that people do that in the entertainment industry is by putting braids in their hair, Justin Bieber, and they turn black for a while. But see, the thing is, they can always go back white. With the black entertainers that start off young, if they want to break into that upper echelon mode, they got to appeal to the upper echeloners. So you'll see things like Young Thug putting on the dress. Like you'll see things like Lil Nas X, you know, doing the gender bending thing. Like because that's how you break out of that hardcore thug image that you came in on the game on. You could get stuck there. So how do you break out of that? And that is about appealing to an upper echelon. Now, the baby, he stunted himself a little bit by making those comments. So you see they started pulling him from those festivals and things like that. When you can make it to those festivals and stuff like that, that's like upper echelon.
Is it?
For rappers, absolutely. That means you done crossed over into a certain type of...
You in that in-between space where the college kids is growing up to you and the... Like, is that the skateboard? Like,
that's when they let you see. Sometimes they'll let you use your blackness to appeal to them white kids at them festivals. So they'll all be out there saying the N word with you. Like, but it's like, don't take it too far though. And the baby tried to take it too far because he was at them festivals. He was out there saying the N word with the white people. But then he messed up and he said something about HIV/AIDS and connecting that to LGBT. And then it was like, oh, and you ain't gonna apologize? Oh, okay. No more pitchfork for you. No more Rolling Loud for you. And you see, they literally stopped his festival bag.
So, are y'all suggesting? Well, let me back up because I feel like this is something that we've maybe rumored about for years. It seemed like y'all just be like, it's just what it is. Like, I guess I am, you always hear the stories. Like, there's a time when I stopped admiring some of my favorite superstars. Mm-hmm. When I saw that they went to the after dark parties in the hills of Hollywood where all types of things with all types of people happen. I think one of the scariest things that you just said is that is the way that they see their way to make it to the next echelon. Like, I would hate to think that that's what happened with LL or Ice-T. Right? Like,
how did Ice-T cross over from being cop killer to the TV shows? What did he do to help him cross over?
I don't remember.
That's all. I mean,
I don't appreciate this.
Obviously, he married a white woman, but other than that, like, what did he do?
Oh, that might be it.
That's it? Okay.
No. Because white dudes don't like white. Like, no, because she was like
if you a black man, you want to make it to the next level, you marry a white woman or you turn gay.
Damn.
And when he get on, he live for girl.
Get down, girl. Go ahead. Get down.
I want to take a break right there. This is the mate. I guess that explains a lot. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Oh, man. They done messed around and gave New Era Chicago their own radio show. What they do that for?
You done messed up. So what we doing, bro?
Man, we talking about power.
Did you say power?
Not rights and equality, but power. We ain't begging, we building.
In that order, Chicago, and we got dope segments. Hey, yo, sis, holla at them.
Peace and love, family. It's Sister E of New Era Chicago in the building, dropping the statistics, holistics, and of course the ballistics. Good for the mind, body, and the soul. Let's get it, family.
And this your boy D Cook coming with straight facts. If you don't know, now you know.
And this is your other sister, Omo Oya Music, coming in peace, love, and light, getting real with my people so we can quit with the bull spit.
And this brother E, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the power surge.
Listen, it's going down every Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Black Power Hour, New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All love it.
Yeah, I love being black. Hey, do this for my people.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:03 a.m. And I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs will beat the St. Louis Cardinals 3-2, as the Chicago White Sox will lose 5-2 against the Detroit Tigers. In the WNBA, the Chicago Sky Game 3 at home against the Sun. Cooper 26 points was just enough as the Sky will beat the Suns 86-83 and now holds a 2-1 lead in the series. Over to the NFL, the Chicago Bears at home hosting the Detroit Lions at Soldier Field. Justin Fields bounced back as the Bears would win 24-14, and Fields gets his first NFL start win. Over the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is 33 minutes. Outbound will be 23. On the Eden inbound from Deerfield to Exchange is 38 minutes. Exchange back to Deerfield will be 28. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 46 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 33. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 49 minutes. Outbound will be 33. The Bishop Ford I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 67 minutes. 30 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 18 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is the same, 7 minutes south, 55th to Jackson, as well as Jackson back to 55th. 8 minutes north, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph. Today's weather is currently 66 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 70 with the low of 63. Expect rain in the afternoon. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's Sparkle with Easy here on the Maze Jackson Show.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. A partner to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I'll be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you would not know I've been running. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide and make them something, something, like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy, say, to take it easy, say, feel so easy, say, easy to love. Say, to take it easy, say, feel so easy, say, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time, I won't do it. I think it's cause the way you talk to me, know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. If I said I didn't love you, you and I know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide and make them something, something, like it was nothing. Ooh, so much, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy, say, Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Okay, I just had a whole education in this mug in like 5 minutes. I don't know. That was the longest 9 minutes of my life. I learned too much that I can't erase out of my eyes and head. Like, oh my God. Yeah, I took it to a whole nother level. Oh my God.
The times we live in.
Oh, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. Shout out to DJ Riis the Ruler. Yo, Riis, did we have any calls? Nobody called us, did
They like, nope.
They don't want no pods. Y'all scared to talk about that?
No pods.
No pods of the... Oh.
I was going to say it too, but I didn't.
You don't even know that.
Where'd I know that from? You ain't
School
never
days.
seen no pods. Yeah.
School days.
The
You
townies.
ain't never seen no pods of the...
That's the dude with the good hair.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Hey, man, can I tell you what? Giancarlo Esposito has to be one of my favorite actors of all time.
Really?
Shout out to Spike. Man, did you see him when he was in what's the crackhead movie, the crackhead series?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. And then you saw him on the new one.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Saul.
You be watching all that?
I thought Breaking Bad was probably one of the best written series.
It was.
That I had ever seen.
It wasn't better than The Wire, but it was good.
You know, The Wire has some really boring parts to it, to me.
The boring parts to you were probably the parts when they were explaining how the Greeks and the Russians were part of the drug dealing trade, and you probably didn't like the shipyard effort, but it really was educational when you put it all in the context, because everybody was kind of bored that one season. But until you realized what it all meant.
They setting it up.
Yes. It was like a whole season of setups, and you was like, dang. And you had to be a political junkie like me. Because then you had to, then you saw the politics going down.
I guess I was just more into learning how to make drugs.
Ruthie! Goodness gracious.
Breaking Bad was good.
Chemistry. I was like, man, what kind of formula is that?
I know.
And they be out in the desert. Like, I don't know how they got out of them situations. They used to be in some crazy situations.
I know.
All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie, Maze, Riis. I'm going to move on to my new topic. Does there need to be a victim for a crime to be committed? Does there need to be a victim for a crime to be committed? Now, you may ask me, Maze, what are you talking about? And I would say that, I don't know if you heard the story about the shootout that happened last week, Riis. Hey, look, check this out. First of all, I don't want no problems. No problems. None. Not one. But apparently there was according to the newspaper, allegedly, there is a beef between the body snatcher Four Corner Hustlers and the Jack Boy Four Corner Hustlers. And apparently last week there was 2 chargers that came around the block that contained what they are alleging to be body snatcher Four Corner Hustlers, and got into a verbal altercation at a house with another faction of the same organization. They drove around the block, came back, hopped out of the car, according to witness reports, and pulled out handguns that had switches that then proceeded to have automatic fire, and apparently 70 shell casings. There was a shootout between the people in the house and the people on the street. 70 shell casings were found on the street. Now, police say that really is a low number because it does not count the shells that were found inside of the house. One person was, the police came. One person, actually, I just saw the video of it and didn't realize that's what the video was that he was showing me. One person was shot and killed and left on the scene. Another was dropped off at West Suburban Hospital. They were in 2 Chargers. One of the Chargers was found burning, set ablaze, and the other Charger was seen dropping the other person off at the hospital who was wounded. The altercation was caught on police pod camera. Both groups were unwilling to cooperate, but they were taken in and arrested. The police, the state's attorney refused charges on the grounds that they were mutual combatants. Mutual combatants. And what is a mutual combatant? Legally, it's a fight or a struggle between 2 parties willingly engaged in it. So I gotta ask you, is it a crime if there's no victim? If you part of, and what does that mean for the rest of us? Now, I'm going to tell you this because y'all know that words, like things you can get away with, move quick. Right? Remember when they was like, man, they'll let you out for COVID. Man, brothers was murking mugs and coming home. And people was like, I ain't saying nothing. Shoot, well, I'm going to say something, cuz. And you could get a COVID release. And it was straight killers coming to the crib after killing and going back. And y'all know that if there is a lick or something that can be passed around that you could tell your celly going to be like, hey, celly, blah, blah, blah. And the word gets spread around. So now I got to ask you, is it a crime if there is no victim? Now, the two people who were shot willingly were in it, right? So the guy who got killed and the guy who got shot went to, were part of it. They joined in it. So if you get shot, is it like live by the sword, die by the sword? Is that what we should expect? Because if that's the case, you know what that makes me think of? Remember back in the day when if you shot somebody, you could drop some, let me not say I remember. I heard back in the day that you could, if somebody got shot and they found drugs on them, they had just declared drug related and walk away from it, right? So my question is, what does this mean that we have moved to a place where mutual combatants is now accepted? Does that then mean that we should be expecting additional shootings not on the expressway, but like through the neighborhoods, etc.? And if this is not a crime, no victim willing to testify, Angela is saying, should we declare these areas just not war zones, but man, if you know it's going down and ain't nobody gonna talk and they not gonna prosecute and they gonna let it all go, what does that mean for you if you live in one of these neighborhoods? Stay in the house? Mutual combatants.
You know what? So I just sat here and kind of read the story in the Sun Times.
Go to the bottom.
This is a very crazy story that's chock full of so many details. And the interesting thing about it is, you know what I feel like it kind of boils down to?
What?
It's really the lack of cooperation. And they can't say, well, we can't get nobody because nobody won't cooperate. So I think they kind of just spun it a little bit to... Because think about it. If they were to charge them and like overcharge them, they could get off on a technicality, for real, for real. So it seemed like it's like, hold on, let's revise the language for how we charge them so we can make sure they don't get out.
Okay, so the other thing I saw in the story at the very, very bottom was that they didn't, dang it. The thing I saw at the very end of the story also was that they wanted to charge the murderers with the murder of the shooters with the murder of their own guy.
They call it the controversial felony murder rule, which allows a defendant to be convicted of first-degree murder if they commit certain felonies that ultimately lead to another person's death.
Including their own. Remember that time when those people robbed the people out in the suburbs?
Those are children.
Those children robbed the people in the suburbs, and then
the man shot him.
The man shot him, and then they charged the kids with the murder.
Yes, yes, yes.
Same sort of story. Now, I got to ask you, though. You live on the block. 70, 104. So let's say each side shot back. Let's just say it's 140 bullets flying. Where them bad boys go? Especially the ones going out the building. If you only killed one person and shot one, does that mean you are now living? Is it now straight up like, yo, it's a war? Like, yo, cuz.
You know, it's like, I think it's like one of those things where it's like, literally, like in this article, they naming specific. I mean, it's like, so that means to me that either the police know. Like
Ruthie. They got, no.
They know.
No, Ruthie.
They got the pod camera footage.
I saw the I didn't realize I saw I didn't realize that that's what I was looking at. Oh no, no. Y'all don't even understand. It went down. At like 10 o'clock in the morning. Then they just had another shootout on Madison and Pulaski. You know, I was like, as soon as I saw, look, don't smile, Riis. That's not funny. That's not funny, Riis. I told Riis, as soon as I saw the shooting on Madison and Pulaski, I was like, oh, we ain't gonna never hit
It was
Riis.
a SWAT standoff behind all this, too.
Yeah, because the dudes in the house wasn't coming out.
This might be a larger play because now, they got the facial recognition technology per the secret emails. So now you just put these young people, these people in the system. Now you can literally track them, and maybe it might lead to some larger investigations.
I heard a secret, though.
What is it?
The secret is that the cameras don't have the bandwidth to be able to zoom in. So even though they could, they don't got the internet to be able to get it. So it just explodes up. It's
Interesting.
I was like, wait a minute, y'all pay for the, and now I'm hearing we got to get all new cameras, Ruthie. Cause like, so check this out. What would you say if they got the cameras and all the stuff, but when you blow it up, like you can see the car, you can see the shoe, you can see everything when it's stable. But you know how when you blow up a picture, it gets pixelated.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening now. So part of the pod camera situation, apparently, like for the license plates and all that, it's really interesting stuff that's going on, which means that it's going to be a whole nother contract for somebody to get that too. But Ruthie, Riis, what does this mean if everybody just found out you ain't getting charged? Don't nobody say nothing. That remind me of like a West Side car crash. You ever been in a West Side car crash?
Everybody say, okay, y'all, we good? Everybody
Look,
good?
the West Side car crash is this.
Don't call it popo.
Y'all crashed the cars. I done seen people limp up out the car, bloody, went through the dashboard, be like, you got insurance? Nope. You got insurance? Nope. All right. And they limp off to the hospital and leave the cars right there. Same thing is going to be happening, but the difference between that, between that and a car crash is with 140 bullets, there could potentially be victims. Like that are unintended consequences. You right though, Beulah. They did catch Juicy. She was like, "You can stop that." They be nah, cause the down cameras work. They ain't trying to save you in the hood. They like they'll kill each other. They'll be all right. Riis, you out west, man. I'm asking you a question, bro. Is there anything they could do to stop it? And do you think like the word will get around that as long as nobody say we can keep on going? Now I also wonder, and I don't want no problems, but there is also a very big trial going on right now. Right now. With the bosses for the Four Corner Hustlers right now too. So I don't know if that has anything going on. But it is. And Riis, what you think, man? Riis like, I don't want no problems. I live out west.
Remember you was mentioning that earlier about like a week or two ago, and then I said right when that happened, the battle of power structure, who's gonna be at the top, who's gonna take over, stuff like that. If the boss in there, it's chaos now. Secondly, the body snatchers only got like one block out west, so I know.
Hey, Riis. Let me tell you what though. Let me just tell you, cause I be out west, so I don't. Hey.
But it's pretty interesting. I'm sure word definitely got around. If they back out too, oh yeah, word definitely got around. And then if it won't be the first time that is shootings over there, especially if they got out. They got out, there's somebody dead. Now I'm mad because my homie dead, and then I'm other mad because my other homie shot. So it's finna be another, 70 shots at least. Right back.
Now, what does that mean for the citizens, the civilians? What does that mean for the black people, the kids going to school, walking up and down the street?
Unfortunately, in that neighborhood, you just gotta know to stay inside now. It's there and back. It's there and back. Yeah, it's definitely no cold over there. It's you know what I'm saying. I don't shoot back because I shoot first. So if I catch
say
you,
that
I don't shoot back because I shoot first. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna shoot you first. So it's like bam. It's no code. If I see you with your daughter, if I see you with your mama, if I see you, it's on site. On site.
Y'all got to go read this article.
What else did we miss in there, Ruthie?
Just all of the information.
I don't want to be too deep.
It's so much information in there that legit, like, there's no way that they. I mean, this has to be a part of a larger something, because all of this information, y'all.
They
got an informant.
Oh yeah, they got an informant. I
mean, y'all just go read the article.
Like if you read the article,
that's what I was saying. Like when Maze was talking, he was so detailed with it. They got out the car with handguns with switches. Wait a minute, what?
Oh no, you read the story. It's even more detailed than that.
What person told you all this?
Go ahead, Ruthie. What else you want to hear?
No, literally like
They probably know everybody's name too. Well, they do know everybody's name because they had them locked up.
But then they like, why is charges the stealable car? It's just literally because of how fast it go.
I was speak. I
know next
I don't even
talked about the Hellcat.
Hey man, what is the deal with the charge? I tell you,
but what's up with the charges? Is that like the car that you should not buy if you don't want it to get stolen and be used in the crime?
Every time I see somebody getting carjacked,
if I see a charger, do I need to be worried?
Yes, I do. And if I see a charger or a Challenger, I'm looking at them both.
Especially ones with them dealer plates on them.
They said they had dealer plates. How do you get dealer plates? Did they steal it from the car dealership?
You know what I'll be thinking? I'll be thinking sometimes people just be stealing them little dealer plates. And you just got a whole bunch of dealer plates. Because literally, you can slap that on the car and anybody going to put it
nobody
twice.
Gonna ask you a question.
Exactly.
And they only stay on there with a magnet, too. Oh, Ruthie.
Just saying.
I'm just telling y'all. This is... I don't know. Did you see the story about the guy? Apparently, this isn't the only time... This isn't the only time that they've charged mutual combatants. Did you remember the stabbing last week? There was a stabbing maybe 2 weeks ago about two white guys in... I don't know if they were white guys. There were two people in... Was it Naperville, Aurora? Schaumburg.
Mm-hmm.
Schaumburg. And one of them was stabbed, and I believe the dude got killed. But they didn't get... The stabber didn't get charged because, essentially, they were mutual combatants.
Mm.
So it's like the self-defense, I guess?
No, it ain't self-defense. It's like, hey, yo, we at war.
So the Spartacus now, huh?
It is. It's gladiation. It's like, that just sounds like trouble.
It seemed like it'll work if it work, but if it don't work, it ain't gonna work.
But y'all can we, can they take it to like a paintball place then?
It's the
And like, I'm just saying, like, man, I'm just saying, tell them if y'all got beef, meet up at the paintball joint, and we'll get y'all real guns and y'all do y'all thing. At the paintball joint, though.
So that's going to be like the paintball purge.
Uh-huh. But, man, because I feel like they basically, you know what mutual combatant sounds like to me? Let them ninjas kill themselves. Did y'all see that movie, like, when you go did y'all see the thing where why the white people always sell black people guns? They be like, if they gonna kill each other, then what is it to me? You can take any gun you want in here.
Mm-hmm.
You want an automatic machine gun Uzi? It can kill 300 people in a minute. Yeah, I'll take that.
But you know how sometimes we be thinking like, man, with these people out here shooting each other, why they always got to shoot innocent people? Why can't they just, shoot each other? Like, and it seemed like they did that in this case. Like, did anybody who wasn't a part of this get hit?
You cool with that? I'm just saying. If you as long as it ain't on my block, y'all be out. Be out. As long as it ain't on my block. Cause I'm just here to tell you, I don't want to be nowhere around you got a gun you ain't never shot before and it's too big for you
and you got a switcher on it.
I'm just telling you, I remember one time my friend, he shot a gun and wasn't prepared. And and I was just thinking like, man, good thing it's a long way away. So if we did hit somebody, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want it on my block. So I'm saying if that's the case, can we just have designated zones?
Yeah, our neighborhoods.
They are. Oh, you saying they are designated zones?
Our neighborhoods.
Well, you just said you was all good with it.
No. I wasn't saying I was
You
good
said
with it.
they didn't hit nobody though.
No, I'm
They
saying
did.
like that's something that we normally say. Like, man, you're always hitting innocent people, but if they hitting each other,
you know what? Maybe we should. I like that, Summer. Maybe we should have duels. 10 paces.
Yeah, and I had to just confirm that block that y'all on because I told y'all it's only one block and I lived around it. That's actually,
that block.
Yes, and that's actually where Toy mother stays at on that block.
Dang.
And not, like,
No, why does she be on Spirit? No,
So yeah, I know that block. Yeah.
What's it,
It's
Grove?
right next, and what's crazy is that block is right next to a school. Like literally.
Ain't they always?
Literally,
Ain't
it's
they
right
always,
across the
Riis?
street.
Ain't they always though? Real talk, they always are. It's a school that ain't but a block away always. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. When we come back, I want to talk about the flying money flow. I think I'm going to go ahead and yeah, we got any calls? Open up the phone lines too. 872-259-7474. I am going to talk about the flying money flow. I don't know when we going to get up off the social service tip. I don't. But it seems like we always have our investments in depreciating assets. And I want to talk about how do we get out of this cycle? Because I was just thinking about, check this out. Marsha Fudge is coming to town. And she is going to go visit 2 different places. She's going to go visit the Latino building that has a new and upstart CEO that is building up the neighborhood. And then they're going to go visit a old housing project that got revisited. Updated. And the thing I think that's so interesting about it is it's symbolic of where we sit. It's like we're rehashing the old same model as our city is being rebuilt around us, but we're getting further and further away from the center. And when we come back, we are stuck in this loop that I'm concerned is going to go away. And so, we always try to take the lick, and it seems like it's always a good idea until the water runs out. We got to start fishing, man. We got to start fishing, because when it seems easy, it really is just the lulls to sleep. We'll talk about it more when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:34 a.m. And I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs will beat the St. Louis Cardinals 3-2, as the Chicago White Sox will lose against the Detroit Tigers 5-2. In the WNBA, the Chicago Sky Game 3 at home against the Sun. Cooper 26 points was just enough as the Sky will beat the Suns 86-83 and now holds a 2-1 lead in the series. In the NFL, the Chicago Bears at home hosting the Detroit Lions at Soldier Field. Justin Fields bounced back as the Bears win 24-14 and Fields gets his first NFL win. Now over the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop, 45 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 27. On the Eden inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, 51 minutes. Exchange back to Deerfield will be 34. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 51 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 37. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 57 minutes. Outbound will be 33. The Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 1 hour and 7 minutes. 30 minutes back out to I-80. On the Dan Ryan is 20 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive south, 55th to Jackson is 9 minutes. Jackson back to 55th is 10. 8 minutes on the north side is Randolph to Bryn Mawr, and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently still 66 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 70 and a low of 63. Expect showers throughout the early afternoon. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's some Valerie on the Maze Jackson Show.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay this fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess. And I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, and my man, DJ Riis, the ruler. I don't know how many times. We got any calls on that line before I go? Dang, y'all don't like us no more? Sorry.
We working on Columbus Day. I'm sorry, Indigenous Peoples Day.
If you called it Columbus Day.
My bad, Indigenous Peoples Day.
First of all, the only Wallace we acknowledge is who?
Christopher. The only Christopher.
I'm sorry.
See, look at that. Don't be, look, man, stick with the baby. Stick with y'all newfangled stuff.
Listen, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Don't do him.
And he did not land here. That he did not even get here. That's the worst thing ever.
Don't talk about my ancestors.
Don't be talking about my history that I learned, Reese.
Yeah, that line history. Listen, I was in 5th grade when I reread this story. And, by this time I had like a little knowledge, right? So as we doing it, and as the book, he said, how they was all dying, then the natives saved them. So right then and there, I asked the teacher, I raised my hand.
What you say, Reese?
Teacher, doesn't native mean of the land?
Uh-oh.
Reese, what grade was this?
5th. You can ask my mother.
What your teacher say, Reese?
You just read the story, Mr. Coleman. And then it kept going, and I was like, they sound like, he didn't discover anything. So like then, Reese being Reese, I stood up and said, everybody, I discovered the classroom. And then I got sent to the office.
I had a similar experience with Christopher Columbus. That's called psychic disequilibrium.
Look, y'all, I just knew 1492.
That's what they told us.
I won the history contest. It was learning those. It's so crazy to think about all the stuff that I learned that is just like wrong. It's hard for you to let go of some of those things sometimes.
Had me thinking they was friends with Pocahontas.
Right. Pocahontas.
I didn't know they was raping and held in a captive.
I was right. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
I mean, she was like 12.
Was she?
Okay, I don't know.
Oh God, she was sort of like Thomas Jefferson, though. What drives white people crazy if you tell them Thomas Jefferson was a rapist.
He had a black woman.
Huh?
Didn't he have a black lady? What's her name? Sally Hemings?
It was not a black lady. It was a black child. Chained.
Woo!
He kept her in a closet.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
shame.
Okay, so are we off to celebrate our ancestor Columbus?
That's
He
not my
sound like
They
a
took
regular.
a statue down.
not my
Hey, you
ancestor.
know, I got your fan club will be like, Ruthie, we got a celebration. You should come.
We working, Ruthie.
We working? Just I need to know so I can plan
When
out
is
my
it?
weekend.
Man,
When is it?
It's next Monday.
man, we working.
Oh.
I don't take that day off.
I just need to know so I can plan out my weekend.
We working here. We doing the
You always
Discover
trying
the
to
radio
do something
station.
on the weekend. Just
I gotta. I'm actually in a wedding next weekend, so I need to see
wait.
how.
Oh, what you wait? So wait, you gonna wear a fancy dress?
Oh my goodness!
You gotta wear heels.
We got our dresses.
You got heels?
We got our heels.
You gonna get like
We get
makeup
our
and all that?
makeup. Gotta do my hair. I might go get it done. So we'll see.
What you mean you might get it done?
I might do it myself. I don't know if I feel like spending that kind of money,
Ruthie.
for without something.
It's Ruthie.
I know it's a wedding. I know I might do it. I might. Maze, I have locks. I just got to do a little.
That's what people. That's what
I
people.
just gotta, crinkle them up a little bit, get a little water.
That's how
going.
people. That's how
Braid 'em
people.
up.
That's how. That's that. Y'all gotta stop that. That's what. That's what people. That's what the Jamaicans be telling y'all. They no. Don't settle. You gotta get it. You'll be like, I ain't got. That's what people be telling you. No, and then when you go get it done, they be like, look at that.
Always,
Ruthie.
I'll consider
Just take
it.
the extra minute. Take the extra minute. Don't go to the wedding. Don't
Not
have
the extra minute.
Yeah, they got the. You gonna be in the photos. You gonna be all the pictures.
I know, it's a
They're gonna be
lasting
like,
memory.
and then it's gonna be you gonna have one doing something wrong in all of the pictures, and you're gonna be like, if I would have just, I be saying, don't quality.
You be like one straight hair somewhere. or something.
Quality.
See, let me tell you something. The difference between how men take pictures and how women take pictures. Women, we gonna make sure that ain't not a one hair out of place. But y'all just be like snap, snap, snap. So if
I'll
you
be
ever,
like-
don't pass your man your iPhone to take no pictures.
And I'll be like, if I have to take one more picture for Carrie, and she'd be like, let me see every picture.
Because you don't be doing,
Then she be blowing it up and turning it around.
Because Maze, it's a certain way you gotta hold the phone. It's a certain angle, the angle of thirds.
Ruthie.
You just want to put. You can't have somebody
That's
in
why
the
they
center of
always
the
be
picture.
like- You ever notice why everybody got a busted hip and why all the millennials got a busted hip when they take their picture? I be like, why your joint be like, they be like, take the picture. I be like,
it's the angles. You gotta hit the angles.
Man, look, shoot me straight on. Jesus gave me this face. God gave me this face. You better love me for me. Y'all be, I be like, why is everybody hip broke in a picture? Ruthie, you be taking broke hip pictures too?
Angles, Maze. It's the angles.
I'll be like, I look, if I don't get it in the two pictures, it ain't no more. I'm done. Find your own damn photographer.
See, that's not right because if you ask your wife to take a picture of you, she probably down like this, hitting the and getting the
And
light
I'll be
right,
like,
telling you to turn
you ain't
around
gotta
and put
do-
the sun
you ain't gotta
behind
do-
you.
I'd be like, you ain't got to do all that. Take the picture.
But man, you ain't even right.
Take the picture. Take the
He
picture.
said it was God given. You feel me?
God
He
bless
said-
me with this.
He said anytime you snap it, it's perfect. Like you said. Look at it.
See that angle you just hit though?
He be feeling
See that
himself.
angle you just hit?
Here, let me just.
That's still an angle. You went down a little bit. See, you know how to. You know, Maze. You know.
I ain't with the little this one though, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about you, Rusty. Oh man, that don't look right.
That's my little graduation picture.
Like
That's my little rascal.
Like you said, hey.
No, that's graduation
Reese.
pictures.
No, Reese.
That's graduation pictures.
Everybody got a graduation
my,
picture like that.
That's my Little Rascals picture. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore. Ruthie, okay, at the wedding, you going to take broke hip pictures? You want to see. You going to be popping your, like.
Broke hip.
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Reese, you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
You ever seen the pictures? The girls always some kind of way got they trying to turn to the, you put your left bone in, you put your hip bone out, you put your hip bone in, then you shake it all up. Like, that's how I be like, what y'all doing? I'm just telling you.
That's the hokey pokey.
I used to love the hokey
Then
pokey.
they check the pitch out.
Right. I like the hokey pokey.
You gotta check the picture out.
I like hokey pokey.
Remember when you couldn't look at the picture and you just had to be surprised after you came back from Walgreens?
No, you could just clap and just do this with it fanning.
Oh, you
man.
took it way back, Reese.
Hey, man, we had a party one time just a few weeks ago where they had them.
Polaroids.
It wasn't Polaroids. Now they do it with the printer. You know what I'm saying? How
yeah.
many? Y'all, you got a basket picture? Anybody got
like a baby as a baby?
Like no, you know the basket chair picture.
Oh, come on now.
In the club.
Yes, we have it.
How many? Where was you at in the basket chair picture? Was you in the basket chair, or was you on the side, and was you up or was you down? Ruthie, you ain't even had no basket chair.
That's more like a club type of thing.
Yeah.
You talking about the famous chair,
that
right?
Wicker.
Yeah, the wicker chair.
Yeah.
I call that Huey Newton chair.
My mama is actually holding me in the chair.
Oh.
You in the club? Your mama had you at the club, Riis?
No, I'm just saying it was just like I don't know. I guess we like had one or something, but I'm in the chair though.
I'm gonna try and get me one of those. What if I did a show in one of them chairs?
Your back would be hurt.
Yeah, right. It would be. Because you know my back already. I'm gonna have to get me.
I love wicker furniture though. If I had a deck, I would get some.
I like teak.
I like the way it looks.
I like teak. The wicker.
I don't know about it getting wet though. Take a minute to dry.
Get the teak.
I don't even know what is teak.
Teak is wood made for water.
Like mahogany teak wood?
I don't know if it's
that's
mahogany.
A scent, I heard. Okay.
No, Ruthie, not the oil flavors. Okay. Mahogany teak wood.
That's a candle.
Nag shampoo. I see you got some nag shampoo wood around here. Goodness gracious. What? Ruthie trying to turn the wood into some nag.
No, that's a candle. I love scented candles.
Instant flavors. You know, Big Swill got, speaking of scented candles, Big Swill got big incense sticks.
They are huge.
They big.
Them the biggest incense I ever seen in my life.
$3, but they burn for a long time.
Them the kind of incense that you stick in the ground to keep the mosquitoes away.
Ooh.
I thought about that, but like
y'all better be
I always buy them though. I like them.
How do you set them up in your house to burn them? Like, what do you have that's big enough?
Come on, man, you just find that little crack in the wall that you stick in there,
just
man.
have
What's wrong with you, Ruthie? I thought you was hood with me. Come on, Ruthie. Come on.
Ruthie got an incense tray. You just can't get the they don't have an incense tray that long. So you just gotta have you stick it in a place where the ashes you could just sweep them straight up.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, you ain't never knew that.
I would probably never let any type of flame hit my floor like that.
It's not a flame.
Flame is the ash.
No, sometimes it still have a little flame on it when it fall. Y'all better put some foil. Maybe put some aluminum foil on the floor and let it fall on the foil.
For 30 years, I am.
Y'all tripping. That's scary.
I like that thing.
Y'all living dangerous.
You talk all the smack you talking now. You talk about you worried about an incense stick. Ruthie right here, burn it down. Burn it down. Not the incense stick.
I tell my cousin that when he come through, bring that, $3 for $1 so he can light it and kill the smell.
Incense lasts for like hours.
That's the point.
Yeah.
No, because you fall asleep with that sticking in your wall.
And then you wake up and it don't smell like your cousin.
No, you wake up to a flame.
Nah,
Ruthie, no.
Y'all tripping.
No, you tripping.
Please, in the comments, is Maze and Riis tripping with this incense open flame?
It's what flame? What? It ain't no flame. It's a cherry.
Y'all tripping.
It's a cherry, and the cherry just burned.
Man, come on, hey, y'all black people, man. Tell
right,
me, man.
Ruthie,
Come on, what's wrong? Tell Ruthie that she tripping. That you
Ruthie talking about a torch.
Right.
We talking about an incense stick. She talking about we gonna burn it. Come on now.
Y'all tripping.
You put a stick in the wall and let the ashes fall, and then you sweep them up when you're done with it. Okay?
On your carpet or your hardwood floors?
Hardwood floors, of course. If it was
hardwood carpet, I wouldn't do it because it's going.
Right.
I'm just making sure.
It might catch it, but on the carpet.
No, I feel like on the carpet, you got a hard time getting it out.
Kenya said, I just burned incense and stuck it in the crack, ash on the floor.
Right. There you go. Right. That's what I think. That's you tripping, being bougie.
Right. Ruthie.
Hold on,
She started with sticker bugs.
Wait, because Janessa said all it takes is one ember.
But Janessa, you know that
but she right, and she a candle person.
She do flameless candles.
Look, Erica said, no, I have a metal incense tray. I'm trying to
not
tell
for the
y'all.
extra. We all got them because it's for fashion. You got the metal incense tray for fashion when you got people over.
Wait,
but you ain't got one for the big stick.
Do you let your cousin ash on the floor?
Heck no.
That's different.
How is that?
Ruthie, that's just ignorant.
Hey, you know what?
That's you just ash on my just ash on my
because now you might be walking around ashing. That's what I was trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
You got somebody. You ever seen somebody that do when they can't find an ashtray, they will ash like in your sink or something?
Yeah.
A sink, that's fair game.
You ever tried to ash in the toilet and drop your B?
Oh my God, no.
Never, but I have. But
I have.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, dang.
Oh my gosh.
It's a wrap. Please don't tell you tried to go get a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
I would just tell you, So 2 times,
No.
right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because you try to ask, you be like,
Oh goodness gracious. I would have been trying to drag it out.
Oh, nah, that's a wrap.
You can't.
It's a wrap.
You
It's
cannot.
a wrap.
You cannot.
Oh, I would've dried it out.
This tastes a little ammonia.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Look, if I did that would be like 2 and Pat. Nah, hell no. Don't be like that's.
Damn, I got comment on my blunt.
That's down bad.
Ajax on my blunt.
Not Ajax.
Next thing, Ajax, you went back.
Oh Jesus! I still use comment though. I love.
It's
I
so
swear
hard
by,
to get it all up.
I swear by comment though.
Do you put it on, let it sit, and then scrub it?
Yeah.
How do you get it up?
Oh, I just wet the tub, put the comment in, but you can't let it stay there. You got to do it like within a few minutes. But now they got this new spray that's like blue. You spray your tub, and it once it kill everything, it turns colors.
Oh.
And then it'd be like, just run the water, and it'd be like straight up. Like,
No scrubbing?
I'm talking about like straight, like I couldn't even believe. And it's at Walgreens too. And I remember I went to Costco and bought some other stuff and realized that wasn't it. And I'm telling you, this stuff at Walgreens, though, you spray it, turn colors. As soon as it turn blue on you, you be like, rinse it up. You literally could take a sponge, and you be like,
I don't gotta be like.
The worst is trying, what I used to, when you try to clean the tub, but you got to get all messy.
Oh, my goodness.
Cleaning the tub.
Yeah.
It's just a mess. So, yeah. No, that's why I get the spray now. All right. Well, now straight up, shout out to Chantel, because I don't know what she do, but whatever it is, the bed tub be like, I'd be like,
Looking good.
It'd be like, bling, like them commercials. I used to ever buy that stuff on TV and think you could buy the commercials and they would get the
CLR.
sparkles.
All of
and
it.
I never got the sparkles. All right. Have y'all? Okay. So here's me. Me, Maze Jackson, in the space of what I've always tried to teach us. And not teach, share. That the biggest investments in the black community are depreciating assets. We have become so overly dependent on social services that I am concerned that we think that is business. The social service game is, in my estimation, hurting our growth and development as black people. I think that Black Death is a hustle. And just so y'all know, I invented that. I know that it's been remixed and reclaimed and all that, but I came up with the Black Death as a hustle. But I say that because I want to know, what are the biggest economic investments in our community? We just saw all of this CARES Act money come down. We have seen universal basic income come down. But at the same time, we are seeing corporations making multiple millions of dollars off of COVID. And I got to ask you, once again, who are the black people that are winning? And are we accepting peanuts in exchange for our voices? So there's a few things I want to just make sure that I want to make sure that I want you to put a pin in today. Because today is going to be what's today's date? October 4th. October 4th, 2021. And I'm going to tell you that I have seen this story over and over and over again, and we never seem to escape it. We got to stop making social service millionaires. When we see that our pool of money is not regenerating, when it does not create behind it a lasting person, place, or institution, we got to ask ourselves, why are we settling for temporary? So I want you to be clear. Well, I've had the opportunity on numerous occasions to become a social service millionaire. But I've always been told, despise the free lunch. Right? Despise the free lunch. Know that money, especially government money, is never free. It's never free. I used to tell people all the time that in the practicing of the dark arts, you know what I would tell people? I said, are you worried about some voice, some mouth, something coming up against you in the future? Give them a grant. Give them some money, but that money, then they got to be accountable to the money. See, I want you to just take a look at the history of our social service millionaires. And I want you to see how many times they've gone backwards and gotten them 5, 7, 10 years later. It's never right now. It always seems sweet. And I got to tell y'all that social services ain't sweet. Because there is a level of accountability that comes with it. And oftentimes it's tied not to the local government, but to the federal government. So I just want y'all to go back and I want y'all to pay attention, because you got to be clear. I told y'all maybe about 2 months ago that we were going to start seeing auditions. We were going to start seeing people mobilizing black folks to demonstrate to the powers that be their value in our marketplace. I also told you that people will answer the question, what's in it for the black people, all the time, or attempt to answer it. But they will be like, but as long as it ain't that ninja. Pay attention. But the answer is always, for me, despise the free lunch. You got to ask yourself, why do they pass out to us free money and white boys get RFPs? Our wealth continues to be based in a depreciating asset. And I got to ask you, why aren't we looking to, I tell y'all about being fishermen or fish. Do you want to get a fish or do you want to be a fisherman? They will continue to give us fish to stop us from fishing. Now, some of your favorite superheroes, right, have auditioned to demonstrate how we can be mobilized, how we can be directed. And so I'm going to just tell you, no money is free. No money is free. Everybody is jockeying to prove which Negroes they can put on the team. You got to ask yourself all the time, who bought the voice? Who's paying for it? Do you have a self-generating business? Do they advertise with you, or do they say, let me just take that off your hands? Do they say, hey, I see what your business model is. Let me help you sustain it. They say, oh, don't worry about that. I'll pick it up. No. You don't lift that. Don't work that. They want to keep you eating fish, not fishing. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you know what? First of all, did I tell y'all we're going to be talking to State Representative Mike Zalewski about the Bears?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, people like the Bears can kick off. Plus, Joe Biden, is he losing? Is he losing ground? I'm starting to feel like Joe Biden might be he might be setting the stage for a Trump return. You laughing, but it seems to me, Ruthie, that after this week, after hearing the generals throw him under the bus, after seeing the Democrats say he's negotiating against himself, I gotta wonder, is Joe Biden equipped for the job, and is Kamala ready to step up? We're gonna talk about it all when we come back. Also, did you say I had a call up there? They hung up. We'll take it. We'll take your calls too, hey man, hey, how much? How much does your voice cost? It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:04 a.m. And I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather report. In sports, the Chicago Cubs will beat the St. Louis Cardinals 3-2 as the Chicago White Sox fall to the Detroit Tigers 5-2. In the WNBA, the Chicago Sky hosting Game 3 at home against the Sun. Cooper 26 points was enough as the Sky will beat the Suns 86-83 and now holds a 2-1 series lead. Over to the NFL, the Chicago Bears at home hosting the Detroit Lions at Soldier Field. Justin Fields bounced back as the Bears would win 24-14 and Fields gets his first NFL victory. Over the traffic on the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 55 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 24. On the Eden from Deerfield to Exchange is 1 hour. Outbound to Deerfield will be 34 minutes. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is also an hour. Back out to Thorndale will be 37 minutes. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 54 minutes. Outbound will be 40. The Bishop Ford I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 53 minutes. 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 25 minutes to the Loop. 16 minutes out to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson is 12 minutes. Jackson back to 55th will be 8. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr will be 8 minutes, and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph will be 9. Today's weather is currently still 66 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 70 with a low of 63. Expect scattered showers throughout the day. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here's Loch Ness with the hit Terrorism here on the Mace Jackson Show.
Strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called her shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history, all because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gonna tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations. But the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wilding with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there is terrorism.
Terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis, and Ruthie and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler on the ones and twos. And we got a call on the line, right? So let's see who's on the live line. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Caller, what you trying to tell us before we get to talking? What's up?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's James. I got two things.
Sam Davis in the big truck. What's up, dog?
What's going on, bro? Hey, two things. Back to that social media and women taking pictures. I'm gonna tell you another thing that's very deceptive. Hold on, listen to this, mate. You ever notice these filters they be using when they take pictures? They got all these different filters. Are you familiar with it?
No,
I'm not familiar. Like, well, let me say this, James.
Well, look,
I do.
Okay, well, this is what I'm saying. Right, exactly. And when you see them in person, you be like, that is not how you look on your page.
I gotta tell you, James. I gotta tell you, I agree with that. It's be like I be seeing a lot of people.
Man,
I knew them on Facebook. I be like, wait a minute. You don't have to double check. I be going to their profile looking like it's
Exactly.
I be trying to. Okay, and then you know what I used to also fall for? Them glasses. I used to be like, them
Exactly.
some good glasses. Then I realized it was okay, dog. You got the next one.
Okay, listen. This is off topic. There's a story. Do you guys remember the story that the white guy that they found on the expressway in Chicago that was supposedly shooting at his wife, or he was shooting on the expressway?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I don't understand why black media went away. Well, actually, black media didn't talk about it. The mainstream media. It was very minor. They talked about it one day and it went away. I don't understand why we didn't stay on that story, man. Because think about what's been going on with the shootings in our community, the shootings on the expressway, and here you saw on the news them pulling this guy out of the woods, out of the forest, or over the expressway with a gun. And the story was never talked about it. We didn't follow up on it. It just seems like if the mainstream media not beating the horn, we're not beating the horn. I think that's something we should have stayed on top of with all the mass shooting and strange shootings going on in our community. Then you got this white guy on the side of the expressway with a gun supposedly shooting at his wife, which didn't make sense. But no one ever talked about it. And I tried to share that story on your page, Maze, but I couldn't share it. But it's amazing how that story just went away.
Dang, you know what?
And we got all these mysterious shootings, these shootings that don't make sense. Then you got a guy in the woods on the expressway with a gun, but they never talked about it.
You're right. I'm gonna give you that, James. I'm gonna give you that.
And we didn't talk about it. Now they just swept it up under the rug. But that's what I wanted to say, man. We need to stop allowing them to define us, or if it's not important, it seems like if it's not important to them, it's not important to us. And we won't talk about it if they won't talk about it.
Now hold
that's
up,
all
dog.
I want.
Okay, now okay.
Not you,
that.
bro.
Okay, I was about to say now. Y'all can't y'all give me. It's like it be 300 stories, and then you see, man. It's like the brothers be damn for doing, damn for don't. I can't do every story, Ruthie.
Listen, I'm with you. Sometimes when I ain't even here, I don't even be liking to read the news. I ain't gonna even like y'all. I just be needing a break.
I be feeling like the pressure. Some days I just be like,
there's so much going on.
Cause somebody just, I don't know, man.
And that's just local. We ain't even talking about national.
Well, speaking of national, what's going on with your man Joe Biden? Ruthie, did you see? It seems like Joe Biden's presidency is kind of falling apart.
It's going up in smoke.
Did you see last week the generals testified?
Mm-hmm.
General was it Milley? No, it wasn't Milley, but it was the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff who basically said that they told Joe Biden that they needed to leave troops in Afghanistan.
That's what
They said Joe Biden. Now Joe Biden came on and said, "What did he came on to George Stephanopoulos because he gave George the exclusive and told him no, I never said that. The generals told me we should take everybody out. The generals was like, I didn't say that." And then it was like, did you see on this week they was playing them back to back? So they played Joe Biden, then they played the general. They played Joe Biden, they played the general. They was like, they could have just put "you're a liar" right there. Now it seems like Joe Biden's domestic agenda is falling apart as well. I.e., it seems like he cannot. So, Ruthie, what they've been telling us, $3.9 trillion, that was going to be the number that they were going to pass, and it was going to build back America greater, and, they was going to spend all that money, and people were pushing back. So there's always been those conservative guys who have been like not the conservatives, but Joe Manchin is a Democrat, but he I'm not spending 3.9 trillion. He actually, apparently, Ruthie, this last week they pulled up a document that showed a signature between Chuck Schumer and Joe Manchin that said that they would agree that the budget would not go over 1.5 trillion. So why did they sign a deal, Ruthie, back in July and then still been selling us this 3.9 trillion all of this time when there's literally a signed document that says we ain't going past it? So now it seems like they done got caught up in a lie. And then to add on top of it, Joe Biden went to Capitol Hill and told the Democratic Congress people to vote against this $3.9 trillion. Meanwhile, the Republicans, Chris Christie said it best. Because George Stephanopoulos was like, well, look at Donna Brazile was on like, look at the Republicans. They just sitting back doing nothing. Just sitting back, not participating. To which,
wait, Donna Brazile.
Donna Brazile.
I'm caught up in the email leak for the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Donna Brazile, but she was all you. I started to record it because I should have let you go on in on it because she was tap dancing yesterday, and somebody need to tell Donna Brazile about her edges. I'm just gonna tell.
I like her hair though.
I like it.
You know what? She came out with a really good book. It's called Political Hacks.
I got that.
It's actually really good. But she only wrote it because she was mad.
She was mad that the people that, and then but Ruthie, she had the afro yesterday. She had I like her gray hair, but she had the afro going on around the edges.
Oh,
so it was like
okay.
It was like somebody needed to baby hair it or something
with some edge control. That's what
right.
It's called.
Okay, whatever it is, whatever they need to do that. But anyway, Donna Brazile goes on to praise the Democrats and saying it was a good week because they didn't let the government shut down. Chris Christie said, I think his words were, I was taught by one of my professors, when your opponent is committing suicide, no need for you to commit murder. And he's saying that the Democrats are killing themselves.
Oh.
And so the Republicans just said, let's just sit it out. And they will be fighting because you got Alexandria Ocasio and the squad going against the conservatives or the more moderate Democrats. And now they're talking about Democrats are walking over. What I'm not supposed to talk about her edges? She came on TV, y'all. You're supposed to be on TV. Donna was drunk, as usual.
What?
Donna be on TV drunk in a mug. Did you see that? Man, I was so mad at her the last time she was on Bill Maher because she was dancing for the white boy. Like you. No, daggone well, she wouldn't have nothing to do with him outside. Anyway, Ruthie. Yes. So I got to ask you, where is Joe Biden right now? Do you think Joe Biden is losing? Like I feel like Joe Biden is setting the stage for the return of the Trumpsters. I do.
On purpose?
No, I feel like the old man is catching up to him. I don't want to be called ageist. But it's like he don't take no questions from the press. Right? He'd be like, he need to be saying, don't talk to them because they ask mean questions. He is now failing with Congress. He completely botched the Afghanistan withdrawal. And even the generals who are all, you know how the generals be like, they don't never disagree with the president.
They don't normally.
And finally, the Supreme Court is going back and they about to decide on abortion and guns.
Well, not publicly. They generally don't.
What?
Like they never like go against the president like publicly.
Right. Well, they went against him publicly. That makes me a little nervous, Ruthie. It just seems like it's all just the right toxic mix.
Yeah.
You got a weak president and we got a compromised military that now he's talking about cutting their money.
Why do you think the military compromised?
Because we ain't got no war in Afghanistan.
Oh.
How much
okay,
money?
okay,
You know
okay,
how much
okay,
money
okay.
people was making off the war in Afghanistan?
Gotcha.
Think about if you spent like $1 billion a day. Just think about the taxes on that. Just think about if $1 billion a day was getting spent. How much do you think of that is fluff? A day. 365 billion a year. Let's just call it, and they spent more than that.
That's what we know about, right?
Right. Ruthie, they said they used to drop off billions of dollars in cash because cash was the only thing that worked in Afghanistan.
And the Afghans still got a lot of that money too.
And our trucks. So I got to ask y'all, what can Joe Biden do? Can he put it back on the trails? Can he get the train back on the track? He's not getting $3.9 trillion. Now you got to worry about the squad. Who bends? And let me just ask you, do you think that he is creating a climate that will allow, and do you think Donald Trump can come back, or do you think it would have to be someone else? What, you look at me, you think Donald Trump?
What? Them people just waiting. I think it's not necessarily who Trump is, it's what he represents. They ain't ready to let that one go yet. I think if they do, if anything, they'll get like a more moderate appearing candidate. But that whole MAGA agenda is still definitely at play. Definitely.
Do you think where do you think America is right now? Like, do you think that is there still the same fervor? Like, I'm starting to wonder, do people think that are white people flipping back to Trump? Right? Like, remember, like, and quite frankly, I don't really think that white people left Trump. I think they pushed us to a point of no return, and black people did what we always do. Now, let me ask you a question. If this all is falling down, where does that leave us as black folks in the Democratic Party and with Joe Biden? Like, do we have any demands? Can we? And
absolutely.
Where is Kamala?
I don't think black people really got no hope
for Kamala.
Yeah, like in that.
So did we have hope in the beginning, or did we just like
all them black people that was,
Did you have Chucks and Pearls on?
No,
I'm checking.
Not at the same time. I do have Chucks and I do own pearls, but I didn't wear them at the same time. But what I was trying to say is that a lot of black people that was, rooting for the Democratic Party, telling Ice Cube to shut up, all this stuff. Now them saying black people like Biden ain't keeping his promises. How the Afghans get billions of dollars and we can't get no reparations? It's like, well, was that a part of what we asked for? Did we ask for that when we was negotiating?
No.
Y'all said, hold on a second.
Wait till we get. And now the Afghans have jumped in front of us. Did y'all see?
But billions. And what I noticed, if you a couple of the what do you call them, refugees? I don't know what they call them.
No, call them what they be calling us.
I don't know what they call them. A couple of the people, Afghans they brought in, then got in trouble. One person beat up his wife. Y'all better keep an eye on this because the mainstream media ain't reporting on the nefarious activities of these people that we done brought over here.
And that's how we know he wasn't with Sharia law.
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't scan nobody. They was like, watching Vice. They was like, everybody was running on the plane. They didn't even have. Think about this. They evacuated 124,000 people in like 10 days.
Are they gonna call it domestic terror if they blow themselves up? Or is it gonna be just regular terror?
Well, let me ask though. Like, do those people do they automatically get a pass? Like, do they have to live on a base or something? Like, we just sending them out into the community.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, y'all around here, it's okay. Ruthie, what's up with your boy Joe Biden?
I want my reparations.
Stop talking about that.
But if you peep, the Democratic Party, they done already hung their hats on Latinos.
Woo!
I'm just saying.
Did you see? I'm telling you, Ruthie. Let me ask you a question. Why does it seem like, and do you think the White House is trying to save Mayor Lightfoot? Because it seems like we got somebody from Washington, D.C. here every damn day. But why do they always come here? This is what I got to understand. Let me just tell you, because yo Madam President of your Delta Sigma Theta, former international president, came to the remaining of the blackest city in the country and did the big press conference with the Latinos. And then they go into the projects in the suburbs for us. Now, if you got the governor, the mayor, and all of the big willies is going to be where Marshall Fudge is, the first press conference, that's with the Casa Latino. What's up? Like, seriously. Y'all gotta, I do feel a certain way that they all flying in. Because when you see the press conference, it's like, and everybody will be at La Casa La Cacaca. They be like, and in the projects that we rebuilt, she coming out, and we got Congressman Rush and Jesse Jackson and Robin Kelly. No shade. But that's also the governor saying she can't be in my press conference. Because they still mad about losing the Democratic Party. y'all laughing, but think about the fact that
You think you talking about Pritzker still mad at Robin Kelly?
Oh, are you kidding? They let me tell you. They are.
I saw her on TV this weekend. She looked really nice.
I really like.
I love her gray hair.
I do too. I really like Robin Kelly too. I do. But I'm just telling you, Ruthie, there's problems going on.
Pritzker still salty.
Oh no, and the challenge is, what's so crazy about it is, I'm not. See, I be talking and then y'all go get the money to everybody else. So I'm gonna stop. See, I tell y'all the truth. I should just start lying. May I make everybody feel good? No, but I told you I just test the free lunch. Always despise the free lunch. 48 laws of power. Remember that. Because they're going to make you pay.
Even if it's a 4-course meal?
4-course meal, but you going to pay. Oh, you going to pay. Got to get you fat and lazy.
But what if you hungry, though, Maze? You ain't got nothing else to eat. You going to starve?
Capitalist. What? See? Capitalist. Don't make me go down this path.
Okay, my bad.
Don't make me go down this path because
But remember, I think Chicago is a landing point for national politics because Chicago is the ADOS capital of the world. And if you look at what's happening in Chicago, it really is a microcosm of what's happening nationally.
To black people.
But with the advancement of like Latinos.
Yep, because they are. I agree with that. And so now you're going to put a black face on it.
To make it okay.
See, because just think about the gravity of that, though. She got to be like the top. She got to be at the tip top of black people in administration. First place she go is to the Latino joint. Let me ask the question. You think that if that director of HUD is black, Latino, he going to a black joint? No, he's not. You think you're going to make the big press conference? Ruthie, if you got the press conference, you going to make the big press conference with the black person at the Brown Capitol, Brown Housing? No trip. But I'm just saying, like, think about how just bass-ackwards we are. And you know why you know what? And I'll be in trouble for saying this. And it'll be like, there goes that maze again. Ruthie, think about it.
Hey, what you gonna say?
No, I just think like I'm gonna say
you ain't crazy, Maze. We see it. We see it. The problem is people can't necessarily say it because you can't say it because you can't be anti. You can't be anti-immigrant. You can't be anti-Latino. You can't be anti-Democratic Party. You can't be anti. All you could be is anti-Negro.
So it's crazy to me. It's just crazy to me that we are forced to deny ourselves. We are.
100%.
We are forced to deny ourselves. What about all the little black girls in the country that could benefit from seeing the director of HUD at a place where black people thrive? Think about this. Didn't Tory Barrett just build a joint over here? Don't they got this artist housing Park 50 Park, right? And even when you think about who they're going to showcase when they showcase us, we're going to be showcasing our history. They're going to be showcasing their future. So think about this.
Whoa. Say that again, because you are spot on.
They are showcasing our past while they are showcasing the Latinos' future, right? So we out in the suburbs getting on 130-something with all of our elder statesmen. No shade. Respect to Reverend Jackson. Respect to Bobby Rush. Respect to Robin Kelly. That's the face in the suburbs of a rehabbed old public housing project. That's what they're going to showcase for us. So even with what's my man Philip, whatever, all these black people that just got all of this HUD money to rebuild parts and pieces of neighborhoods, and what they're going to showcase nationally is the Latino future of the housing, the future of housing for Latinos. And everybody lined up to be there. Then they're going to then after she comes and all the big cameras come, Then they're going to go out to the hood and be like, oh, and out here we got, and they'll say, oh, also ran. She also stopped at the Concordia place out in the hood, blah, blah, blah. But we are watching as they come in and highlight their past, our past, their future. You trying to tell me that all these black people that we got that's in the, so we ain't put DL3 up and say, hey, we ain't gonna showcase Inglewood? Because why? We want to feature Chicago as the welcoming place. For who? No shade. But I gotta add, like, when you get the schedule and you the black person, you gotta look at the schedule and say, I understand, hey, Susie, I'm going to Chicago, the ADOS capital of the world, and y'all sending me to the projects? Not even in the city? Come on, man. It's the Maze Jackson Show. That's all right, though. Because you know why, though? But you know what they do, right? Because the only person going to talk about it is me. Because, you know. Well, I won't.
Maze!
You know how I talk about that, but you won't see. I won't get no.
Maze. They showcasing our past and their future.
They not going to pay for the truth. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Broken screen, crash system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:33 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather report. In sports, the Chicago Sculptors will beat the St. Louis Cardinals 3-2, as the Chicago White Sox will fall to the Detroit Tigers 5-2. Over to the WNBA, the Chicago Sky Game 3 at home will beat the Connecticut Suns 83-86. Now they hold a 2-1 lead over the series. Over to the NFL, the Chicago Bears at home hosting the Detroit Lions. They will win 24-14, and Fields will get his first NFL win. Over the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to Duluth is 63 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 19 on the Eden. Inbound from Deerfield to Exchange is 1 hour and 4 minutes. Exchange back to Deerfield will be 34 minutes on the Eisenhower. Thorndale to the Loop is 1 hour. Back out to Thorndale will be 35 minutes on the Stevenson. From I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 51 minutes. Outbound will be 35. The Bishop Ford I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 53 minutes. 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 24 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes back out to 95th. On DeSable Lakeshore Drive South, there's an accident, so 55th to Jackson is 17 minutes. Jackson back to 55th will be 8. On the north side of things, from Randolph to Bryn Mawr will be 8 minutes. Bryn Mawr back to Randolph will be 9. Today's weather, it is currently 66 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 70 with a low of 63. Scattered showers throughout the day. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here is So Good on the Maze Jackson Show.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, there's turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Miss Ruthie Moore in the building, plus my man DJ Riis the Ruler, Mr. Business in the front, Party in the back. But hey, y'all, back again in the building. Well, actually not in the building. It looks like he's in some kind of cool, I don't know what kind of backdrop that is. We're going to have to get that. But here on the Maze Jackson Show is, I think he's part of what they call the moderate caucus. It is State Representative Mike Zalewski. What's up, Representative? How you doing today, sir?
Good morning, Maze. Good morning, Ruthie. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you great. Can you hear us?
Sure, just fine.
All right, great. So, you know what? First of all, let me just tell you, I always go back. You like, who is this white guy and what is he doing on the Maze Jackson Show? No, I'm going to tell you guys, during my time in Springfield as a lobbyist and as I was exploring this tool we call Facebook, or this weapon in some cases that we call Facebook, every morning I'd be walking through the halls after having a wonderful night of libation and kicking it, but I would always have something controversial to say. And I know people would be like, does this dude know he's lobbying? Because he's talking smack. And he's got to come out and ask these people for votes. But every morning I would see this guy, and he always like, Mace, hey, I saw you today. And he would talk. We would always have a very cordial relationship. And even after I left Springfield, there were a lot of people who made it their business to try and score points, try to be like, oh, I'm not cool with Maze, or he's a bad guy. Mike Zalewski, Representative Zalewski was never one of those guys. Always cordial, always checked on the family, always a straight up guy. So when I saw you, Representative, propose this resolution regarding the Chicago Bears and their move, I was like, man, I got to get him on and talk about it. Now, y'all know my man is State Representative Cam Buckner, so I'm probably going to get in trouble. We'll have to get him on later on this week. But Representative Zalewski, talk to us about this resolution you're sponsoring in regards to the Chicago Bears that you and Representative Buckner are sponsoring.
Yeah, good morning. It's good to be on, Maze, and I love this show. I listened to it, and when you posted about having a sports show on Sunday, man, I was so tempted to say I would do it because that would be so cool to be on a sports morning show.
Don't be scared. Reese is still trying to get you. Reese is back there like, I'll take you right now.
Yeah, basically Tuesday morning, we all woke up to that like news alert on our phone. And it was interesting. By the end of the day, like it was a foregone conclusion that the Bears were leaving. And, you know, Maze, like, I mean, we're still on the hook for $400 million for Soldier Field from the last renovation. As chairperson of the Revenue and Finance Committee, that's concerning. The bonds of the state of Illinois and the Illinois Sports Facilities Authority fall under my purview. That's a lot of money. Not saying we don't want to see the Bears be successful, not saying we don't want to see great economic development, but what we don't want is for this to be a foregone conclusion. And that was the reason for the resolution with Leader Buckner.
So tell us what exactly the resolution does.
Yeah, it simply says that prospectively, no taxpayer money, both state and local, shall be used to finance a new construction of a new stadium. And what we've seen in recent years is, you know, taxpayer-funded stadiums can be very, very poor investments for communities, especially for two reasons. One, as you all know, we've done a lot of work in the last couple of years to try to shift the focus to reinvestment in community overall and get away from pushing things that are specific to corporate expenditures. So that's for the first thing. The second thing is with the stimulus money that came through, the state's in its best financial shape since when the Soldier Field project was done. And we're very much trying to be mindful of that and not get into situations where we undo some of the good things we've done under Speaker Welch's leadership and you know, President Harmon and the governor. So there's a lot of reasons just to take a beat, slow down, and see if we can be mindful partners in this whole dialogue.
So, you know, I feel like there is a feeling of emotional attachment, or in the past, there was an emotional attachment to the Bears and Chicago, right? And this Monsters of the Midway, this playing on the lakefront, and you're not from Chicago, right? Because, Chicagoans are like, if you ain't from the mud, as Ruthie and Riis like to say, then you don't get to claim Chicago. But it seems to be a different sentiment. It seems like everybody that I'm talking to is like, let them move. And honestly, I don't know if there is still that mystique of being in Chicago per se to be a Chicago Bear. What do you say to that?
I tend to agree. First of all, it was a fascinating week timing-wise because they had just come off a loss where the football operation was being questioned, and people are like, okay, do you want to move? Like this is not the week to announce that. And then, you raise a good point about like, well, if someone these days threatens to leave Chicago or leave the state of Illinois, you don't want to see local corporations leave. Like that's never what you want to see. However, I think government and lawmakers have gotten pretty savvy to the idea that we're not going to be barreled and held up and said, you're either doing this or we're leaving. And that goes for the Bears. It goes for corporations and other financial areas of like, if you need our taxpayer funding that bad, maybe we'll just find another way to make up those losses. And I'm not saying that it never makes sense to do economic incentives, but we've got to get out of the game of having this feel like we're being leveraged. And that goes for both the Bears and it goes for any sector of our economy.
Sears even. I was just thinking about this when you brought this up. It made me think of Sears because it was when I first got down to Springfield, and I remember Governor Quinn got some crazy incentive package to keep Sears, and no sooner did we give them the money, here we are 10 years later, and they are closing the last Sears store, and this used to be the headquarters, and they sold us on, we can't let them go, and now we got Amazon, and nobody's for the loss except for the cardboard companies, I guess.
Another example is what they did in Wisconsin for a massive cell phone company, and it's turned out to be an awful deal. It pitted states against each other. They're poisoning their water with the runoff from the factory. The taxes aren't coming in like they said they would. It's a very slippery slope getting into that world, and we just want to be mindful of it going forward.
Awesome. I really thought the same thing. I said, how the Bears gonna try to strong arm the city? This is a world-class city. But here's my question to you. I had to write it down because I think it's a good one. So last time you were on, I asked you about emerging industries, and you gave us some good information. So can you talk about this whole Bears thing in the context of sports betting being an emerging industry?
For sure. Under the sports betting law in 2019, the law says that any sports venue with a capacity of between, I think 20,000 and 80,000 is entitled to what's called a sports venue license, or effectively a sports book. The Cubs have started on it. I think the United Center is moving along, and they would like to see one. The Bears have a very complicated relationship with the Park District, and it's been that way for a very long time. And it's kind of what happens when you become a tenant of a state facility. And it's been speculated about in other venues, so I don't feel like I'm breaking news. The Bears have a sports betting partner, so that just adds a level of nuance to this whole conversation that we need to be mindful of. And sports betting, I think, is a big part of it, and it's a revenue driver. So we're all keeping our eyes on it as we move forward. But it's a really good question and something that definitely the General Assembly is paying attention to.
So, I was thinking about, first of all, Ruthie, great question, and it's a great segue. I was looking at a Rob report, and they were suggesting that shortly the biggest revenue generator for professional sports will not be the TV deals. They won't even need the TV deals because of the money that they're making on sports betting. So you know where you're at, right? You know what station you came on. And so when I look at a law that says that only venues that are over X number of 20,000, blah, 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 it seems like the law was written specifically to exclude black people. Now, you can say everybody else, but I'm here at What's in it for the Black people. And so, and I'm going to tell you, leader, I got to say that I think you're probably one of the best guys to probably convene the people necessary. But I don't think that you're going to be able to sell to us making these multi-billion-dollar facilities more billions while we are still have absolutely no participation. And then compound it with the fact that the bodies that they are making these billions of dollars on, that they are betting on, often are the bodies of young black men and women that are left to be broken, torn up, and destructed. And we still can't even participate. We saw what happened with cannabis. And so, leader, what are you going to do to make sure that this does not, that we aren't doing cannabis all over again, and that even as we make multiple billions of dollars, that we get a piece of this some kind of way? And John Rogers is not enough. I gotta say it. Making a billionaire.
It is. You took away my first answer.
But I took away your first answer. But that's the point. You got to understand that in front of a group of people that are starving, putting a billionaire in front of us and saying, "Hey, we're doing this to save him," when he's even the minority partner in the sky, we ain't going. So talk to me about how do we convene this and how do we bring some equity? Because I know everybody likes to say equity. It's a cool thing to say, but I don't necessarily see it playing out. Talk to me.
Totally agree. What we did in the sports betting law that I think was savvy was, and we got a lot of criticism for it at the time, but we did these 2-tier data provider laws that basically said, if the leagues are going to be a part of this, and they're going to make money off of it, and they're going to provide data to the sports betting companies, then it's important for the state to generate revenue off that too. That gives us the ability, as we move forward on this, to both incubate minority-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses, to become partners as data providers to sports betting. I think they should be. We're waiting on reporting on how that's gone, and we expect it to be, transparent. And then the second thing is, to your point about athletes, they should derive revenue from it. Representative Buckner and Leader Gordon Booth did a licensing bill for collegiate athletes. The collegiate athletes should make money off of sports betting on their games. I'm a firm believer in that. I don't think it's controversial to suggest that. I don't think it's groundbreaking. To your point about sacrifice, they go out there every week and they're asked to perform, and they should derive revenue from it. So the answer is, in the law, there are various ways in which we can grow small businesses in the sports betting industry to help generate revenue and entrepreneurial opportunities for Black and brown businesses.
So let me ask you, leader, because I got somebody that's sitting next to me that probably asked you about sports betting because they have their own burgeoning sports betting entity. How does one that is in the business get a seat at the table? Because quite frankly, we know that there's really only a few people, but we got Ruthie here who is 100% into this space, into this gaming space, in the sports betting, as well as all forms of this expanding industry. And oftentimes we're excluded from the conversation and minimized even when we try to step to the table. How do we get our interest to the table and make sure that Ruthie ain't just talking about it on the radio, but she is actually able to move her entrepreneurial opportunity in this space where there are limited Black people in general? How do we get her in the pipeline?
The most practical answer I can give you is, as part of the venue licenses that we kind of talked about, there's an ordinance that has to be passed by the city council. And those sports venues, if they're going to open sports books at DraftKings, and if they're going to or the DraftKings is going to open a sports book at Wrigley Field, and whomever the FanDuel partner is with the United Center, they're going to open a sports book. There's going to be opportunities, and there's going to be need for various diversity suppliers in those spaces that have to work with these big venues to get their plug and play sports books up and running. I think, and I've heard, by the way, I don't think I'm saying anything that isn't already contemplated in the ordinance, but I think The venues are realizing this. I think as part of the move forward on the ordinance, I'm hopeful that there's a specific requirements in the ordinance that they look outside the normal scope when they're looking for suppliers. And my hope is that as that ordinance progresses, you'll see opportunities for Ruthie and others to participate in the space.
So let me tell you, not only just suppliers though, she wants to be an operator. Right, like
totally
I think what we always wind up is sell us the napkins, give us the forks. They will give us all of the peripheral pieces so that we don't eat at the trough. And so I just want to, in these big giant sports venues that cost us $50 to go park at, and then you got to buy a $200 ticket to go in, and we don't have those same access and opportunities. So we're gonna be on top of you on this, and
I appreciate
really
that.
do not want Ruthie coming down to Springfield with her squad, because between Ruthie, me, and Riis, we'll be broadcasting outside your office. Actually we will. But Representative Zalewski, Ruthie, you got something else?
Have you ever been to a Bears game in the wintertime?
Outside of a box?
Yes, ma'am. I went to a game, a long time ago. It was cold. I don't recall I went to a playoff game in 2001, so that was cold. Yeah,
Was
yes,
it
ma'am.
enjoyable? Is that enjoyable to you or not enjoyable?
No, not enjoyable.
You want a dome? You for the dome, man?
Yes, if we could get a Super Bowl.
Yes.
But in the Final Four, that would be cool. That would be cool for the city. I agree with that.
All right, I got one more. I got to give you the business. So, moderate caucus, man. You and Jay Hoffman are the big willies in the moderate caucus. I think maybe some Bob Rita in there mixed up. Talk to me about, one, the remaps, two, Speaker Welch, and your thoughts of how it's going so far, and three, the change and the shift in leadership in Springfield and the environment. Because it seems like I thought a lot of people were going to get frozen out, but it seems like he's creating a much bigger tent. Talk to me about what's going on in Springfield.
Oh, Speaker Welch has had nothing short of a magnificent first year as Speaker. I say this as a person who respects the hell out of Speaker Welch, and also was very mindful of the job he had in front of him in at the outset. To be able to get a budget done with help from the feds, but still we didn't spend it all. There's a perception we blew it all in the first year. That's not the case. To be able to pass a legislation revamp amendment, and then to quarterback a first year energy package. Those are three bills that in any other year would be good for one speaker it would be good for the speaker to have done one. And the fact that he did three is a testament to his leadership. He's a lot different than my former caucus leader. And then that's not a criticism. That's not drawing a comparison. That's simply the fact of the matter. I'm not still scared. I'm just telling you.
I'm giving you a hard time. But the wizard still lurks, right? But go ahead. I agree with that. I'm gonna give you.
He's just different. I mean, it's true. He's just a different type of leader, and that was what was needed, Maze. That's healthy change, and it was and it was able to let members grow this year, and it was really cool to see Leader Evans grow into his role, and Leader Buckner, and we have a new bench, and we have a deep bench, and it's really exciting for the caucus. So nothing but excitement ahead for the House Democrats.
Hey man, Ruthie, you got anything you want to ask Mike Zalewski? All right, nope. Okay, I gotta tell y'all. So and I'm gonna tell y'all one more thing. So his dad was also the former alderman. And I will say that, he got caught up in he was in a little of the newspapers, but I want to be clear. Remember, I tell y'all all the time, always remember the people that were good to you. And when he was in the Department of Aviation, when he ran the committee for aviation, remember the $30 million set asides that we got for the rental car companies? They got jacked from us. But it was Mike Zalewski's dad who, when we said we wanted to get $30 million out of the revenue for black folks, told the rental car companies that if they couldn't agree to it, that he wouldn't be able to get the law passed. And so we did get the ordinance passed. Now it's on us to hold him down, but I just want to make sure y'all know I always tell y'all, people will always tell you the bad stuff and never tell you the good stuff. And so I want to make sure that we also tell the good stuff. And I will also say, Mike Z, even when all the black people were scoring points to be like, I don't talk to Mays, I'm not going to ever speak to him. Always cool, always a good dude. Hey, man, you make sure you take care of my man Darren, too. Because Darren,
I will.
Darren Collier always brags about you. Hey, Mike, we appreciate you being with us, sir. Anything, Riis, you got something you want to say?
Mike Z, what I gotta do to get you on the sports show? I'm trying to get you on there. You done brought it up. You said it was.
He's scared. He don't want to come down to the south side.
No, I'll do it. Send me the information. I'll be on there for sure.
He's looking for a co-host.
I need a host.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I promise. Send me the info.
I'm gonna tell you, Riis will hold you to it.
I'm being 100% sure. I'll come on. I'll be a host. I promise.
All right, Daddy. Look, what we want you to do is get one of them big old casinos to sponsor the sports show. Yeah. We're going to talk about it all. You can tell Darren to sponsor the show. Look, y'all, it is my man, State Representative Mike Zalewski. He is the chairman of the Revenue. Is it the Revenue Committee?
Revenue and Finance, yes, sir.
Revenue and Finance. That mean the bag. That mean where the money go. Right? Remember what I told you. Black folks go down to Springfield, they be on like social services, health and human services. What do the white folks do? They go down, they be on business, they be on finance, they be on, let me get insurance, right? We got to get out of this social service millionaire space. That's why we wanted to talk to Mike Zalewski, because what? Revenue and finance, right? We cannot keep putting all of our resources in depreciating assets. Social services sound good. They sound like a lick. But when that well dries up, will we be able to regenerate and sustain ourselves? Are they teaching you to fish or giving you a fish? That is the question that I want to ask. Mike Z, we appreciate you, sir, and I look forward to having you back. Hey, man, and I just want to negotiate the deal for the skyboxes in the deal. So y'all just work me in there. We'll get it all together. We appreciate you, bro. Thanks for being with us.
Bye, thanks. Bye, Ruthie. Have a good day.
All right. That is Mike Z. Look, Ruthie.
Mays.
You better get your sports betting license, girl.
I'm on it.
See, I'm telling you, Riis. I'm telling y'all, Riis, you got your co-host. Look, can you see Riis and I'm gonna tell you,
he a football dude or he all sports dude?
He probably I look at his Facebook, he like a sports dude because he be at the soccer games, he be at the baseball games, okay. But
he ain't no Grabowski though.
Mike Zalewski is a Grabowski.
You asked him, do you like being outside in the cold with your shirt off?
The Grabowskis don't like to be outside with the cold and their shirt off. They just know they get the TV camera. People, you be crazy. You be surprised at what people would do to get the TV camera. Hey, y'all, I thought that was important again, right? We got to start figuring. I could give you all the social services in the world. That dude, right? So, that money is going to be regenerated consistently. Sports betting, multi-billion-dollar industry, right? But you see how he tried to say, we're going to let you sell us the napkins. No, dude. We want in on it all. And Ruthie, I know if anybody going to get that bad. Oh, I forgot. Go ahead. You socialist, you get the socialist money for us. You get the socialist casino. I get the
Riis, we gotta fix this clock in here.
Hey, I noticed it was wrong because every time I tell him to say bye, he do it
on purpose.
Yeah, it's like
that's how your employer steal time for you. They change the time clock on you.
See, it's the Mays Jackson show. See how they doing me, y'all. See this black folks though, right?
How they do you, Mays? How black people do you?
This how black folks do you. You be like, hey, there go the dude that got the multi-billion-dollar. He gonna plug you with the. You be like, I could have did that myself. I don't need you to tell me. I need you to tell me that I just be trying to help, y'all. I be trying to help. But then I be finding this enemies. Did you say enemies?
You always say never forget your friends.
And I never forget my enemies either, just so we clear.
Oh,
you just
gotta end on a petty mode.
You know what though?
Keep it above.
But here go the thing.
Go high when they go.
You gotta be on my level to actually be my enemy.
Woo!
Right, like to be my enemy, it would mean that so let's just
pew, 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 pew.
Let's let it be right there. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm
Maze
your
got a
host.
switcher.
He get the switch on his gun when he shoot.
Hey y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Riis and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Keep watching. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe.